Hi, everybody. My name's Ella. Welcome back to the Order of Narvosc. This is session 16, Battle the Beast. I hope you enjoy.
So previously, we all got ready to head to the stables, and leave for our wonderful mission to go hunt a cleric beast. Um, I gave Selin my luckstone, which I'm not sure if I regret mentally yet, just because of what the luckstone does, but no other reason. And asked her to be my date to the ball, and she proceeded to make me turn into a cooked lobster. Um, the professor asked each of our mounts if they would like some tea. Um, None of them knew what tea was. We met Dahlia's mount, the majestic elk called Friend, because we don't have because it doesn't have a name. And Beltov said that he was going to find information about her problem, which we don't know about yet, but we can kind of gather what the problem is. After that, on the way out, Velfi sent a message to Andhir and made him all nervous. Or sent him a message really early in the morning, so he got real confused. Um, then everybody attempted to read books the first day on their way on our mounts, which still boggles my mind, but that's what that is. The professor finally read the book that he's been casting spells out of and found out that he now has a new best friend that lives in his head. Kirik Buradal is currently talking to the professor in his brain, and Kirik hates Narvosc with a passion. We got the implication from him that Narvosc is still alive, um, in some form or another. We proceeded to end up transporting into a shadowy area where Dahlia and the professor got bonked by a big rotten tree. After defeating the tree, and hiding in our bubble away from the spirits, we got suddenly ended up back out of the um, shadow realm, and we traveled for the day, or we traveled for like or a while longer, and then ended up, since we went once, we might as well go again. Um, and we ended up back in the shadow realm a second time, with various her, and most of us ended up stepping in or getting hit by pools of acid and losing clothing in varying degrees. Um, and once we had settled for we finally got out of that portion of the trip. We settled for the day. And when we went to bed, Dahlia got to have a little bit of a dream reunion with Scholar and talk about her book. And the professor had some nightmares and a bunch of existential crises. And Dahlia, in what seems like an effort to make the professor feel better, asked him to help her learn how to read. And then in the morning, we got anybody who had a sending stone got messages on the sending stone. And the last message that we heard was from Kara that said, then it implied that the Druid Grove ended up in the Feywild or some other very bright realm, as opposed to the one that we've been visiting several times over. Don't think I
Perfect.
missed anything, but
You did not. You got it. So you have an
yeah.
inspiration point to use for today, which you might need.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
But as you all get these messages from your sending stones, the last one that just came from Kara, what would you like to do?
We long rested?
Yes, you long rested.
Okay.
Oh, good. Okay, I didn't hit the long rest button. I don't think, because I'm missing hit points. So, yay! Ruin is going to take a little bit of time, and because I have a ability to create a pact weapon, and use that instead of my longsword that I've been using. So you're going to kind of watch Ruin almost like meditate on the ground, and there's going to be just like a much longer version of that sword appears. It's the equivalent of a great sword. And I'm going to be easier to hit, but hopefully do more stabbies when because I can't use my shield with it.
And when you meditate, it's almost like this little like circle of wind encases you, as you all will see these leaves just circle around Ruin and then dissipate and fall to the ground as he has a new weapon.
Figured we might need something a little bit more than the sword I've been carrying, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, today would be the day for it.
Yeah.
Now I know it was during the night that they heard or that the professor heard the thing howl, right?
Yes, so on
Okay.
watch last night, that is what he heard.
Lovely.
Oh, great.
Mm.
I love replays.
So we're like a half day out, roughly, we're thinking.
You're thinking you're about a halfway's journey, at least according to your map. That's about how long it is.
Halfway or
What,
half day?
Half day, sorry.
Half day, sorry.
But if that thing is as big as it is, or as big as we imagine it is, then it could get to us. Or it could be further away, or it could be closer.
Yeah, what's sort of the density of where we are? Is this like thick wooded area or like obscured visuals? Do you think we can see it as we get? I don't know. How far away do you think we could be able to see it?
That depends on how perceptive you are.
Okay.
Are you
that's a
saying
good
that we
point.
should roll for it?
You can.
I would like to take a look around this morning. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Might as well. The best way to start the day is looking around.
6.
22. Starting off hot in the morning.
I don't like the sunlight.
21.
So with that 21 and that 22, you all will notice that there are these big footsteps that are walking towards the west. Big footsteps. Looks almost like claws.
Oh boy. This'll be fun. Is it like T-Rex style footsteps? Like you step into the footstep and it takes up and it's like substantially bigger than you are, or is it just they're very, very large?
Very large. This is nowhere near as big as the turtle footsteps you all saw. That would be
Okay.
more like a T-Rex where you can stand in it and then like you were kind of
Okay.
in the middle of a crater. This thing just looks like a very large beast of something. And it's got these foot pads that almost like little toe beans, but you can see like it's almost like talons and claws dig into the earth as it moves as well.
Oh god, it's got toe beans. We can't take it home.
Are you making it cute?
It does have toe beans.
Okay.
Ew.
Well,
Well,
um, follow the footsteps, I guess.
yeah. Can we tell the direction? I guess, like you said, it's heading west.
Yeah, so it's heading in the direction that the map is pointing you in. And I believe that they told you they think that that's where the lair of this beast is.
Ooh, the
Layers.
lair, and
Great.
we learned from the or well, I mean, I talked to Velfi and the professor, or I showed them my book and all of the things that were in that. So there was the map that showed where Shadowfen was. I'm not saying that to Dahlia. I'm like and
Mentally
Shadowfen's,
reminding.
like, not far away from.
So we heard the screech.
You did.
I did at night,
Yeah.
right? Have we only ever heard it at night?
You've seen it early morning as well, because when you were all going after Arlo Einar, you saw it at the very beginning of your day's journey.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think it screeched at that point, but it was moving around and it was large.
Right. I don't know if we want to confront it in its home, but it may not leave its home except for certain times.
That is true. It could be either there's one of two things. If it sleeps during the day and hunts at night, we might catch it off guard in its lair, but it's going to probably be more dangerous in its lair than.
Right.
So there's the trade-off of how we want to. And if we're going out at night, it's going after it at night, we're more likely to get the shadows and all of that stuff. So
Yeah, I don't know if fighting it at night is even an option, really. For
It's weird,
success.
because
I
then we have
guess.
other things to deal with
Yeah.
at night.
Well, I suppose we could just go try to rile it up. Maybe catch it unaware in some way. Being the excellent tracker that Friedrich is, spends lots of time outdoors. Can I tell how old the prints are? Maybe are they recent? Did it just come through here? Does it appear to be some age or anything?
Give me a nature check.
I kind of want to just let the professor do this by himself because he's so good at.
Guidance.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot that I have
Guidance,
that.
yeah.
I have that. I need to remember. Guidance.
23.
I
With
just imagine Dahlia yelling, "Guards!" Oh, okay.
Guiding you.
With a 23, you know, you're not a very good tracker, but today you're really good at it. You've been working really hard at figuring some stuff out, and it's starting to pay off a little bit. You know that these tracks are probably about a day and a half, 2 days old. So pretty recent.
I will share that. And yeah, I don't know. I suppose we just follow the tracks unless anyone has any other ideas. I mean, this is what we came out to do, is to eliminate it. So I don't know if there's any other way except to just face it.
Or talk to it.
and see what it. Yeah.
If it
'Cause
can
we
be.
don't know. Yeah.
Does anyone volunteer for that?
May can
Well-
I ask Ogma if he knows anything about this cleric beast?
If you would like to speak to Ogma, what do you want to say?
So this is going to be all in her, except for the first two words. She's gonna say those out loud.
Okay.
But she's gonna say, "Hey, Daddy, Um, so there's a cleric beast walking around that we are supposed to take down. Do you know anything about it? Like weaknesses, strengths? Can it be reasoned with? How aggressive is it? Anything?
Well, hi, little one. You haven't spoken to me in a while.
I've been a little busy.
Mm-hmm. Fawning over that pretty one, right?
Maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, I see all. But anyway, what was the actual question?
Are there any strengths and weaknesses? Can we talk to the beast?
Oh, I do not know this thing very well, but let's see. I try to stay away from the creepy ones. The creepy ones are very creepy.
I mean, I would like to do that as well. However, I don't have a choice.
That is very true. But you did get yourself into this.
You're not wrong.
I know I'm not wrong. Oh, any strengths or weaknesses? I know, or I think I know, even though I am the god of knowledge, there is some knowledge I don't quite have yet. From what little I know, lightning seems to not do as much as you would think it would. But in terms
Okay.
of being able to speak to it, I don't think that there is any thought that goes on in that head of its besides roar.
Head empty, no thoughts. Got it.
But I have heard it is supposed to be a cleric.
Right. Supposed to be a cleric.
And you're gonna get that sense that he's like puffing his chest out and like doing the little wiggle. Like, I know that.
All right. Well, any bit of information helps, so thank you.
Well, of course. I'm just excited you decided to talk to me today.
Oh, I'll make a mental note to talk to you some more.
That would be wonderful.
Okay. And then out loud, she's going to say, thanks, Daddy.
Always welcome.
So,
I'm gonna look over at Dahlia and be like, she does that a lot.
Is she and the professor related then?
You know what? I have no idea.
half orc and a tiefling.
I mean, he talks to a book. She talks to
myself.
Yeah. All right. Hey, I won't judge because I
She
also
talks to her daddy. I don't.
You know what? I understand actually.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't judge.
Well, so I have some information that I would like to share with you all. Apparently, I think I have been told that it might be resistant to lightning, and that it is most likely not going to be able to be reasoned with.
Very good to know. On both accounts. Unfortunate. I enjoy lightning, but we will persevere. But no reasoning. So that could save us some trouble and perhaps injury.
I don't think we're getting out of this without injury, but
I will take as little as we can swing.
I can bring one of you back from the dead. That is if I don't die. So
Mm.
cleric stays alive.
I can
Got
do
it.
the same if I also don't die, and I am frail and old, but still a bit spry.
you pack a punch, man. Like I have had to deal with it, and that was quite.
He has felt your punch.
Yes, it
And-
was quite impressive.
And your dance moves are killer. So, still.
I've not seen your dance moves,
Oh,
and I
we
need
did
to
Dancing
see
him
is
them.
the elf
dance.
part. The
You
brute
would-
strength is the orc part. I think. Maybe I have it the other way around.
No, it's
I can
it's,
never
it's
tell.
probably the
Could be the
scat-
elk.
What is it? The elk.
The elk part.
The elk part. Yes, the elk
The
part.
elk is the most graceful part.
Scratch his friends.
I have a DM question though.
Yes.
My scroll of Revivify, does it require the diamond components?
Since it is a scroll, it does not.
Well, look at
Lucky.
that. That's cool.
Question,
Looky.
actually.
Uh-huh.
If the professor were to go down and we all know that he has Revivify, if we do, would we be able to just take it off his person and use it?
If he has told you about it.
Have you told us about it?
I just did.
Okay.
I didn't know if
Fantastic.
Gibby gave that to me like in front of everyone. Thought he may have.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe.
He wasn't being sneaky about it, but it wasn't obvious that he gave that to you.
I'm gonna pull it out and go, hey everyone, I have a scroll of Revivify.
Oh wow!
In case we need it.
Wow.
Who would have
How
thought?
handy.
If anyone knows how to use it, then you're welcome to it. It will be in my left breast pocket. There we go. Or is it my right? One of the two.
Yeah.
Check both.
Keep that away from any more acid puddles.
Yes, that's a good point. Okay. Any more divine providence that anyone needs to speak to?
I don't know if there's anything that my patron would be able to do in this, given this situation. So let's just go do the thing.
Mm. Sally Forth.
Sally
Yeah.
Forth.
Yes. Sally.
Sally
Forth.
Fifth.
Okay, changing it
That
up.
comes after.
And in Dahlia's head, she's just going to hear,
Be careful. You might not like
my
the
best.
outcome of this one.
What do you mean? That was very ominous. What? I was feeling confident until you said that.
he's not going to answer.
If you were meaner, I'd call you a dick, but you're not.
Thank you.
As you all continue your way where these tracks are going, the terrain here is getting denser and darker as you are coming up on more trees. The elevation starts to go up and down as you are getting into more hilly terrain. This is going to take a little bit of travel. Is there anything you would like to do on the way as you are walking? Or are we just focusing on following these footsteps?
High alert.
Yep.
Yeah,
Did,
high alert.
Yeah. Very much high alert.
did Velfie get a message from Antir yet today?
He has not.
Hasn't got a text
Ooh.
message.
Wow.
Left you on red.
Wow.
Well, he sent a message last time, I believe, so I responded to him.
Yeah.
But I think okay. So she's going to, like, her mind is kind of fluttering through everything that she's been through recently with the Shadow Realm and learning about Terravota and her father still being alive. And with that thought, she kind of like pushes out into the universe a message of, I love you, I miss you, hope to see you again, and hoping that like somehow, some way, her father will kind of like sense it, you know? And then her mind is going to flit over to Antir. She's going to smile a little bit. And she's going to take out her sending stone as she says, going into a big fight today, yet thinking of you makes me smile. So glad our paths crossed. Win or lose, you brightened my life. As she's getting intimidated by this beast and you know, the talk of it, as she just kind of wants to let the other people that she cares about know that she cares about them, because the other people she cares about she's with. So she's just saying goodbye without saying goodbye, just in case.
So just to double check, going into a big fight today, yet thinking of you makes me smile. Win or lose, you have brightened my life.
Yeah, so
Okay.
glad our paths cross, win or lose. Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
So I've gotten that written down. But you do not get a response back yet.
She's just gonna sigh, put it back in her pocket.
You do not get a response back yet. And is there anything else you would like to do before we continue?
I might have Dahlia scout ahead. She might get off friend and have friend stay with the rest and then sneak forward further up ahead.
Okay.
So going off the path, still kind of going parallel to the tracks. And just looking, smelling, seeing everything.
Give me a perception check. And this is not at disadvantage because it's getting dark with how the tree cover is here. So the sunlight is not messing with you right now.
And we've been traveling for a few days. Or not, sorry, a few hours.
I got a nat 20 on my L dice. We're at 26.
Ooh, 26. All right. So you were able to smell, sense everything. But the thing that hits you first is a smell. And it is, the best way to describe it is death. It reeks. It smells like rotting material, blood, gore, swampy almost as well. This awful moist smell, and you can taste it almost, as that's how bad it is. And you will start to see in one of the hills an overgrown cave opening. And you see the tracks walking in. And outside of the cave, there are broken sticks, broken bones, rotting flesh of corpses that it is recently taking in. And gore just splatters all over the overgrownness of the cave opening. It is not pretty.
And I'm on a hill overlooking it.
You're kind of looking on flat level as the hill starts to go up and the cave is going in.
How close am I to the cave entrance?
120 feet.
I'm gonna, if I can, stealthily get to 100 feet and just hunker down and watch it.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check.
Okay. We are at a 3.
You start to hear rustling in the cave. Almost like you heard or were hearing this deep sound, and that sound is stopped as you start to hear rustling in that cave. And you get the idea that whatever's in there has sensed that you are here.
Okay, I'm gonna hide behind a tree. and not go any closer.
Yes, Friedrich.
I would like to cast mage armor on myself.
You got it.
I'm going to form of dread myself just so I don't have to use a bonus action to do that.
I'm gonna cry that I didn't keep Armor of Agathis as one of my spells. But hey, what are you gonna do?
How far ahead is Dahlia from us?
Probably not super far. Just enough that if it found us, we wouldn't get swiped in one fell swoop because we're in a line.
So still visual. We could see like hand signals, maybe.
She's now pressed against a tree, so if you guys can see her, I'll be just like, wait, stop, wait. We're done.
And let's
We're
make
done.
sure we don't stay clustered up.
She'll tell you to just kind of
Spread out.
I'm gonna fan out a bit to the left.
And as you all are starting to fan out, is Velfie fanning out as well?
Yeah.
Okay. As you all start to fan out, did you point, Dahlia, to where the cave entrance is?
Yeah.
You all will see, as you are fanning out and trying to hide, a large beast that walks out. It has a face of a dog. It's pointed. Fur is matted. Very grayish in color, but you're not sure if it's gray from dirt and gore or if it's actually gray, because you see dried blood around its mouth as well. One side of its jaw is unhinged, and you can see the sharp teeth as its mouth is almost decaying on one end. It's got these deep set eyes with black pit voids that look like they could take in the sun. As it stands up to its full height and starts sniffing, you notice its chest is completely ripped open and rotting. You can see its rib cage and some of its organs that look like they have almost dehydrated slightly, as it just looks rotted. And then very, very powerful legs underneath it that look like it could pounce at any moment. And you're going to hear that scream as it looks out. I need everybody to roll a stealth check to make sure that you stay hidden. And Dahlia.
Would she be able to tell if this is undead?
It does not seem undead, almost like it is actually rotting.
Okay, intriguing. Okay.
That's a 16
12.
for ruin.
8.
I'm going to use my inspiration point because it was in that one. Come on. Oh, God. 7?
Even with that, you all beat its perception. It rolled a 2 for a 6. So as it screams and you see its large snout in the air sniffing around, and you can see the breath of this beast as it breathes in and out, even though it's not super cold out here, almost as if this thing is just really hot on the inside. As it slowly puts its feet back on the ground and it looks around one more time, it's going to turn around grab one of the carcasses at the door with its mouth, and you're going to see it walk back into its cave.
Talia will look to the others like, are we ready? Like,
As we're gonna be. I mean, you'll get the feeling of as you were gonna be, and like.
Friedrich just nods.
all right, she'll step out and just like start walking towards it. She's pulling out her scythe, and she's going to cast. Everything's touch. I don't want to touch it. We are going to do a guiding bolt up the butt.
I would also like to. I would, if I could have, I would have used my Hexblade's curse on it, like while it was going back in. There's no save; it just marks it.
So you are
got
able
it.
to mark it. Are you doing guiding bolt before it walks into the cave?
Yes, I'm trying to.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Okay, I got an 18.
And 18 hits.
Oh, good. Uh, 20 damage.
All right, 20 damage for that first attack. Would you like to describe what your guiding bolt
Guiding bolt.
your guiding bolt looks like?
It technically is radiant damage, but it is black as it. She uses her scythe as like she spins around and like shoots out of the blade and just hits it right in its ass, basically, because he's turning away from her.
Right in the butt quack.
And then she just continues to walk forward, just swinging her scythe.
And as you cast the guiding bolt and that black energy hits it in the ass, it's going to swing around. How close is everybody to this thing?
You said I was 120 feet away?
You were 120 feet away.
So I'd probably be 100 feet at this point as I'm walking forward.
I'd probably be about 100 feet as well.
100 feet.
because I have things that I can do from further away if it's necessary.
Alrighty.
Yes. Because I mean, I probably would have made it to where Dahlia was before if we were all starting to walk forward.
Nice.
I sort of envision fanning out like a semicircle, so sort of maintaining similar distance, but we're not all right beside each other.
Yeah.
That's what Friedrich was doing, at least.
Alrighty. And as you cast this bolt, it's going to turn around and it knows exactly where that came from. As it's seeing you all fan out at it, I need everybody to roll initiative.
Yay!
Why?
Woo!
And what was everybody's initiative?
18.
18.
14.
Who was 14 and who was 13?
14 for Velty.
13.
13.
13.
Friedrich runs away as soon as he sees it. Nah. I got a 12.
I'm at 100 feet, so I'm about.
Oh, and he could, like, I forgot that he can jump. Or
Oh, we can't move.
you,
yet. Okay,
you,
that's not-
you noticed, or we noticed that he got legs that looked like he could be jumpy.
Powerful.
Big, strong leg.
Strong.
He looks hairy.
So our order is Ruin, Velfi, Dahlia, Friedrich, and the Beast. So if everybody gets themselves situated where you are on the map.
Okay.
Ruin, what would you like to do?
Are these all trees? Like,
Yeah, they're all trees.
okay. So right now I can't really see it that well.
Yeah.
So we're doing.
still
a
know it's there.
U,
Okay.
Probably over.
I know it's there, but I just can't. Okay. if I move, well, I gotta actually. I think I'm going to move. To measure first to make sure that I'm not like. No, I have 30 movement. I'm gonna move my movement right over here. And I would like to would I be able to see it from where I am right now? If I moved right there?
Yeah, you can see it.
Okay, then I'm going to fire an or 2 Eldritch Blasts at it.
Go for it.
Eldritch Blast.
The first one has advantage because Guiding Bolt.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. Wow, I was really out of it, but yes.
I don't know if that's gonna. Well, how much does? Let me. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 hits.
Cool. That is a D10. Okay. So on the first one, it's 12 force damage.
Alrighty.
And the second one is going to be, I'm going to use my inspiration already, so I don't hit one of my allies with a Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Because that was a natural 1.
Oof.
That is also a 16.
16 hits.
And that is not great, but still okay because of Hexblade's curse. 4, 7, 8 damage. On the
8
second
damage. Alrighty.
And I'm going to. That's my turn. I've used my movement. I can't really go anywhere else.
Okay. And as you go and you hit it with these 2 Eldritch Blasts, it is going to scream. And with that, Velfie, you're up with Dahlia on deck.
Okay. So Velfie will move 30 feet. And that should put her sick. Right? Yes. Okay. So she doesn't have very many range attacks, but she has 1. So she will cast Tasha's Mind Whip.
Okay.
And that is an intelligence save of 16.
Alrighty, an intelligence save of 16. And it failed with a 13, but it is going to... Actually, no, it's not. It fails.
Okay.
It is going to just let it fail.
It's going to just let it fail.
All right. So, 3d6 of psychic damage. That's 11 psychic damage, and you can't use a reaction until the end of its next turn. And then on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action. It only gets one of the 3.
It only gets one of the 3. Okay.
Ooh.
All right. So, okay. Cool. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I will cast Bardic Inspiration on Dahlia.
Aw, thanks.
Yes.
That's a D8.
Yes, 1d8.
Beautiful.
Alrighty. And as your Mind Whip hits it, it's not very smart. So you just kind of see it shake off like it doesn't understand what happened. But Dahlia, what would you like to do?
I forgot to have it do a wisdom saving throw
Okay.
from when I hit it because I'm in my form of dread.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, because of fear.
Yes.
Alrighty. It failed. So it is now frightened of you and it cannot...
Yes.
Okay. Cannot move towards you. All right.
Sweet. All right. Let's go. 5, 10, 30. And then we are going to cast another big one.
Ooh.
Let's touch. Let's do. Might just do another solid guiding bolt.
Go for it.
Did it seem to do good damage on it?
It did your full amount of damage.
Sweet.
So it took
We'll do
that
it
20
again.
points.
I need to start with a d20. That's right. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
All right, and then my 66. Oh, there we go. 18 damage.
Alrighty.
Let me cast that. Bonus action. I mean, it could do the wisdom saving throw, but it's already afraid of me, so that's not the point. Everyone's healed, so I think that's it for me.
Alrighty. And with that, Friedrich, you're up with the beast on deck. What would you like to do?
Okay. I'm going to start by strafing forward a little bit. 5, 10, 15 feet or so. Still doesn't seem to have a decent view on it. And I'm going to blast out the skeletal hand as I cast Chill Touch on it, which is a roll to attack. Does a, I don't know, does a 14 hit?
Meets it, beats it.
Whoa. Okay.
Ooh.
2d8. It takes 6 points of necrotic.
Okay.
And it cannot regain hit points until the start of my next turn because this hand is now grasped onto it wherever it hit it.
Ooh, nice. Alrighty.
Okay, and then I took 15 feet originally before I cast it. I'm going to take another 5, 10, 15 to continue moving closer to it. And that will be Friedrich's turn.
At our formation.
With that, it is now the cleric beast's go. And it is currently afraid of Dahlia, so it can't go that way. So the only place it can really go is to the last person who hit it. And it is going to use its movement. It's going to take an action and dash.
Okay, that's good.
And that is all it can do since it cannot do bonus actions or anything else like that with Tasha's Mind Whip. Is there a save or anything I need to do with that one after this one, or is it only until your next go?
I don't know. I think it was just choosing one thing to do, and then no reaction
it's till
until
the
the end
next
of its next
turn.
turn. Yeah,
Until the end of its next turn. Alrighty.
but
so
no,
it's-
there's no anything after that.
Okay, cool. So it's going to use its movement to get as close to the person who hit it last. As you see this big beast that was described earlier, and it almost looks like it just dips down like a predator would after its prey, and you see it bolt as its thunderous feet are hitting the ground and traveling towards you, and it is coming fully towards you. And that is going to be the end of its turn. Ruin, you're up.
If I go right here, would I be flanking with the professor to get advantage on attacking it?
Sure.
Or okay, then I'm gonna go up and attack it. I brought a sword out for a reason. I might as well use it. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
I am going to use a Eldritch Smite.
All right.
So I'm going to roll my sword damage. And then roll my 4d8s. That was pretty solid. Oh, wait, I have one more d8. So 4. Ooh. 11. plus 13 is 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 36 damage.
36 damage. All
Is
right.
it huge or smaller?
It is large.
It is large. It is knocked
Yes.
prone.
Okay, it is knocked
There's
prone.
no save. It's straight knocked prone. The the sword hits it and the force damage just knocks it, like takes its legs out from under it.
Alrighty. I do have to ask, because I don't know this. If it has legendary actions and it's knocked prone, can they use it? Because I would assume they could.
I don't know.
I don't know, but if it's an attack, it would be at disadvantage
It would be at disadvantage. Okay, I thought so.
because it's on the ground.
Alrighty. Is there anything
Yeah, I
else you
can
like to
still
do on your
use, like,
turn?
Well, I've got a second attack, so I'm
That's
gonna
what I
use that
thought.
too.
Okay.
But I can't smite twice, so I'll take the one. Well, those are that's a 19 to hit. on the
19
second
hits.
one. Well, that's as low as I could roll, but it's still okay. That's 2, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage.
9
on the second
damage
attack.
on that second one. And is there anything else you like to do on your turn as you get 2
Uh,
really
that's-
solid attacks in?
That's it.
Alrighty. It is going to use its first legendary action as you have hit it really hard. And it is going to do 2 melee attacks against you as you have hit it, and it's going to whip around and take its claws and swipe. And it is at disadvantage since you have knocked it prone. All right, but that is still going to be a 14 plus 7 to hit, so a 21.
21 hits.
21 hits. All right, that's going to be 2 d8s of slashing damage, and that is going to be 14 slashing on that first one. And it's going
I'm gonna roll my stone's endurance to take a little bit away from that. So you said 14
14.
was the first 14 damage on the first one, so
Mhm.
that would be 14 minus 5. I'm gonna take 9.
Okay. And then for
And
its
then-
second one, that is a 18 to hit.
Already used my reaction, so I can't shield. So yep.
All right, and that's going to be another 2 d8, so that is going to be another 14 points of slashing damage on that attack as it takes its 2 claws as you have hit it really hard on that attack, and it's just going to screech as it does this, and you get that smell of rotting flesh as it does that, as it screams in your face. Next up is Velfi. What would you like to do?
Okay. Velfi will... How far away am I? She will move over here, which puts her within range. And she will cast Bane at first level. So that is a charisma save of 16.
It failed. It is baned.
Cool. And then she will cast Bardic Inspiration on Ruin.
Alrighty. And as you have moved, is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
As you have moved within 30 feet of it, it is going to scream. And this is a little scarier, a little more guttural, a little bit more screechier than its original scream. I need you all to make wisdom saving throws.
Is this for fear?
This is for frightened.
I'm immune to frightened.
It can't reach you, so you're good.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
fine.
also 30 feet away from it.
Perfect.
Okay. You said a wisdom save.
A wisdom save.
Oh, that's a 3.
Right.
That's a 23.
23.
Natural 1 for a total of 6.
If you rolled less than a 15, you are now frightened.
Remind me what that does again. I know I can't move towards it, but what else?
A creature has
Attacks have
disadvantage.
disadvantage. Yeah. Oh.
A creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within lines of sight, and you cannot willingly move forward towards it.
Okay.
So attack rolls and saving throws?
Attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay.
And that is Velfi's go. Dahlia, you're up.
Okay. 5, 10, 25, 30. Lining up a shot. We're going to do a lower level to save my big spout. We are going to do... I'm going to try command.
All right.
So I need a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw. That is a 16 plus 4 for a 20.
It doesn't do it.
Is it baned?
It is baned. So 18.
I don't know. Okay.
Oh, still fine.
I
Still fine. Okay.
Every little
well,
bit counts.
Every little bit counts.
Okay. So it is no longer frightened to me because I didn't hit it.
Okay.
But that's my turn. I tried.
Alrighty. And with that, it is going to use another legendary action. It's not frightened anymore, but it's going to turn towards Friedrich, since that's originally who it was running for, and do 2 claw attacks against Friedrich. It is baned. That is going to be a 15 plus 7 to hit, though.
That hits.
And that is going to be 13 plus 4, 17 points of slashing damage on that first one.
Heard.
And it misses with the next one with a 10 and then whatever bane. So it takes that first claw attack against you, hits really hard, and then that next one does not hit.
I don't
you
wanna-
still rolling were you still rolling those with disadvantage because he hasn't stood up yet?
Oh, at disadvantage. That was the reason it was at disadvantage. All right.
Yep. I just
So
didn't wanna...
disadvantage. So we'll say the first one didn't hit because of that disadvantage. And then
Well, what was it going to be? Because my AC is not very high.
it would have been 10 minus bane. So,
Oh, never
Yeah.
mind. Okay.
all right. So the next one was a 9 plus 7, which would have been 16. So 16 minus 1, 15 to hit on that second one.
That is my AC.
All right. And we're just going to re-roll it. So take your points back.
Okay.
And that is going to be 9, 10, 11, 12 points of slashing damage as one of those attacks does hit.
Oof.
And with that is now your go.
Okay, now I'm angry. Friedrich, a little bit tense, but mostly emotionless, just stares at it. Pulls out the Libram, holds it out. Quick question. Is there any indication that what I did before, the chill touch, that it was weakened in any way, or did it seem to have the full effect, being necrotic damage?
It had the full effect.
Okay, just based on how this thing looks and smells, I wasn't sure. So I hold the Libram out, and I'm going to cast Blight on it, which is a 14 con save. And hopefully Bane comes in clutch here, because it looks pretty constitutional.
You got a 19.
Okay, so it saves, so it takes half damage, and that's half damage of 8d8. It's my only 4th level. Okay, cast it. Okay,
But if it had failed, though, that would have been...
that would have been twice as cool, but this is still pretty
Yeah.
cool. Because of what it
Still
does is
very
like it sucks the life and the moisture out of whatever it is you cast it on.
Moisture.
So we got 7 and 6, 13, 17 on the first 4. 10, 21, 28, 32. 40 halved, 20 points of necrotic damage.
Alrighty, as it takes that necrotic damage, you see the skin on its face tighten even more. And then that one where it's really rotting and its mouth is unhinged, you see it split with that 20 points of necrotic damage. Is there anything I should do on your turn?
Oh, I really want to move away from it, but I'm engaged with this thing, so I don't want to
But it's
risk the.
prone. Can't.
I think it could do it. Well, does it have its? Has it already used its reaction?
It has
'Cause I'm
not.
right
It is
before
prone. So it would be at disadvantage, but it can take an opportunity of attack.
How lucky do I feel right now? I'm going to try to back away from it. I am going to try to back away. Gosh, I guess 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. My full amount back to there. And just grit and bear it.
Four plus 7 is an 11.
11 does not hit.
All right, don't even have to roll Bane. So yeah, you get away. You're able to run.
Okay, that'll be my turn.
All righty. And with that, again, we still have some frightened creatures. You are frightened, and Velfi is frightened. And you're going to see it turn around again to Ruin, and it's going to attempt to crush him.
Oh boy.
I need a dex saving throw.
Oh boy. Oh wait, I have a bardic inspiration, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You are inspired.
Wait. I just because Dex isn't Ruin's strongest suit.
Forte.
That bardic inspiration. 18.
And 18 does pass as it tries to smash and crush you with its very large hands. Especially one of them looks like a club almost, with talons coming out of it, as you save and nothing seems to happen as it hits next to you. And that is its go. And with that, it is now your go.
Oh boy. I think I'm going to stay right where I am and keep it occupied, I guess. That sat almost on a 19, and that would have been a crit, but that still hits. I'm not gonna burn my other spell slot to hit it for a bunch more damage. I'm just going to hit because that's a 21. 7 plus 7, 14 damage on the first hit.
Alrighty.
And then I'm gonna attempt to hit it again. That's cocked. That hits, but it's still sitting so close to either that 19 or 20. It would have made me happy. I'm not gonna burn my other spell slot. I'm just gonna. That is 15 damage on the second one.
All right, 16 damage on that second one. Perfect. And as you attack it, is there anywhere else you'd like to move?
Nope, because it's not prone, so it would get a full attack on me. I'm going to... Nope, I'm going to stay right where I'm at.
Alrighty. And when you end your turn, you're going to notice it starts to flex its legs as it jumps 30 feet into the air and comes crashing down back on you. It's going to try and attack you with a swiping attack, but I also need a dexterity saving throw from you.
Oh boy.
And that swipe is an 18 plus 7 to hit.
That's gonna hit, and that's a 9.
That's a 9. So as it does this swipe, you're going to take 9 points of slashing damage, and it hits so hard it's going to knock you onto the ground as you are now prone.
Ow!
And with that, Velfi, you are up with Dolly on deck.
Okay, so I can't move closer.
Correct.
And attacks are at disadvantage. So she's gonna cast Vicious Mockery. That's the only
Go for
ranged
it.
spell that she has. Star. Oh, that's a Wisdom saving throw of 16.
It rolled an 18 plus 4.
Okay, so it saves. I think nothing happens, right?
No, it's a all or
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
It's all or nothing. Yeah, so nothing happens. Okay. Um. She's going to cast. Healing Word on Ruin at first level, so that's a D4 plus 3. Oops, that's cocked. For 7 points.
Yay.
And she's going to stay where she's at.
All right, and as you end your turn, you're going to see it flex its legs again as it is going to jump in the air, and it has already been hit by Dahlia before, and it couldn't quite get to you earlier as it scared you. Or you scared it. There we go. It's going to make a slashing attack at you, and I also need a dex. And you get an opportunity to attack as well.
Yeah.
At disadvantage.
Yep.
And I need a dex save, and it only rolled a 14 to hit with that slashing damage. Or not slashing damage, that slash attack, that swipe. I think that misses.
14 doesn't hit, and it's a 5 dex save.
All right.
No
So you
frigging
take-
way. That's 2 natural 20s.
All right. Take your attack and do the max on the roll. But Dahlia is knocked prone.
Am I okay? So are we doing the max on the roll and then roll on top of it now?
Yeah, we're going to try that. But
Okay.
bad guys get to do it too.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. I just did not. I was like, I'm gonna miss, and then I see a natural 20, and I was like, oh, a natural 20. Oh, that's a 9, or that's another natural 20. That's never gonna happen again.
Take a
all right,
picture of that
12.
shit.
12 plus 9. 12 plus 9 is math 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 27, 28 damage.
Alrighty.
And I will take a picture of it because the die are sitting right in front of me.
And you get that 28 damage off as it has now moved away from you and is standing next to Dahlia, breathing in Dahlia's face. It is now Dahlia's turn.
So there's exposed organs.
Yes, but they're almost like dried up.
Okay. Well, she just wants to shove. She'll stand up, use half her movements to stand up. I should specify. Her hand's just gonna like shove into it as she grabs onto anything and just inflicts wounds from the inside.
Nice. And that's a to hit, right?
That is a to hit.
Okay.
And we're not doing that dice anymore. New dice. You're up. Okay. 25 to hit.
25 hits.
Okay, so that is 4d10. What do 10s look like? There it is. Okay. Yeah. Message. 31 damage.
Alrighty, as like it almost looks like it just dries out more of its organs than what it already was. You get that attack off. Is there anything else you do on your turn?
It will have to do a wisdom saving throw. Because of the form of dread.
16.
And I'm also it passes.
With
and
Bane,
then I'm
though.
going to
14?
it still passes. It's
Okay.
a 13. And then bonus action healing word to ruin.
Alrighty. And with that, as it is still in front of you, it is going to take another legendary action and try to take 2
gets-
claw marks at you.
And you take 7 ruin.
Yay.
All right.
Alrighty. That first attack for that slashing is going to be 12 plus 7 for a 21. No,
Hit.
19. Sorry. I don't know math.
Math is hard.
It is. That is going to be 14 points of, or excuse me, 18 points of slashing damage on that first one, 14 plus 4. And then it's going to take its other slashing attack for an 8 plus 7, which is a 15
Misses.
minus 2. So that is going to miss as it hits with one of those attacks, and it is out of legendary actions for this round. And it is
Can
now.
I react?
Sure.
I haven't used. All right, hellish rebuke.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I got hit, and he needs a dex save.
All right, a dex save. That is going to be a 12.
He fails, so he takes full damage. Oh, 9.
Hellish rebuke damage.
However, when you cast Hellish Rebuke and that fire comes up on it, it screeches. It did not like that. As you see its fur start to catch on fire, and since some of its organs are dehydrated, they go up in and flame.
Oh,
And I just yell, fire, lots of fire.
And Friedrich, you're up.
Okay. I am still afeared of Beastie. Is that right?
Yes.
Do I get to save against that at any point?
It only lasts 1 turn, so once your turn's over, the frightened is gone.
Oh, okay. Hearing Dahlia yell, lots of fire, I hold my Libram out again as a ghostly bell appears above it as I cast Toll the Dead because I do not have any fire spells.
I was like, wait. Okay.
it's like,
It's a
wait a
14
minute.
I
wisdom.
understand now.
I was like, lots of fire. Got it.
My only fire is a reaction.
Necrotic.
Yep.
It failed with a 10.
It failed with a 10. Okay. And it has taken damage, right?
Yes.
So it's going to take 2d12 of the old necrotic damage. Where's another 12 at? Come on. Count the sides. Here we go. Not 10 points of necrotic damage.
Alrighty. And with that, is there anything else I do on your turn?
Well, the fear's not over till the end of the turn. I can't really move towards it right now. So yeah, that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. And with that is now the beasties go. And we're going to see if it gets that crush back. It does with a 6. So the person in front of it is Dahlia. So it is going to try to crush Dahlia. I need a dex saving throw.
Okay. Not been good at these. Oh boy, 6.
You have
8.
Bardic.
You do have Bardic.
12.
12. You needed a 15.
Okay.
So this is going to be 8 d10s as it takes its
For
hand
real.
and it slams on top of Dahlia. You will also be knocked prone as it hits extremely hard. Oh, I lost 2. All right, so that first one, 5, 8, 9, 9, and a 4.
5 at 13 plus 18 is 31.
7,
35.
7. So 14, 18, 27, 36, 45, 50, and then one more. 59
She's
points as it hits and knocks Dahlia prone, and you see Dahlia go down.
down. Cleric's down.
Seeing that Dahlia is down, it's going to start moving to Velfi, and that is its turn. It is now Ruin's turn. Dahlia is currently down.
Okay, so I can.
And I had
still-
exactly 59 hit points. It's like, oh my gosh.
I'm
I'm
going
so sorry.
No,
You said
no,
8d10.
this is
I
great.
was-
Like, no,
Well.
this the game.
15.
It was just
Okay, I'm gonna.
like it
So
was
I'm gonna move.
perfect.
I'm gonna move over here first. I have one potion on me, and I'm going to use my bonus action to give Dahlia the potion. For it's 2d4. That's a 4, 7, 9. You're back up with 9 hit points.
Whoa, thanks.
And then I'm gonna move over here, and since Velfi's on the other side of him, I'm gonna swing.
Go for it.
Be nice to me, dice. Thank you. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 hits.
17 damage on the first hit.
17.
And the second one is a 21 to hit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll the regular damage. I don't want to use that other spell slot yet. 5 plus 7 is 12 more damage.
12 more damage. Alrighty. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Nope.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna stay right where I'm at.
And since you came over and hit it, it's going to use a legendary action to try to hit you. For a 17 plus 7 for a 24 to hit.
Yup.
And that is going to be 8 plus 5. The 13 plus 4 is 17 points of slashing on that first one.
Holy moly.
And then a 19 to hit on that second one.
That second one I'm gonna shield. 'Cause
Okay.
I just took a bunch.
As you shield, it bounces off. And it cannot hit you for that second one. It is now Velfi's go. What does Velfi want to do as she has this thing looming in front of her face?
I think Velfi is going to cast. Give me 1 second. I think she's going to cast. We'll do mass healing word. So
Ooh.
Nice.
that'll be I think that covers everybody. Yeah, that'll cover everybody. So that is I'm casting that at third. It has to be 3rd level. So that is a D4 plus 3, which is a 5 points of healing. And then for my action, also at 3rd level, I will cast Earth Tremor.
Ooh.
So, and that will not affect Ruin because he is outside of the 10-foot radius.
Okay.
So I need a dex save.
Dex save. It rolled a 20.
Dang it. Okay.
15 plus 5.
Let's see. What does it say on a pass? Sure, then you make a dex save. On a field save, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't say anything if it succeeds, so I'm assuming it's just fine.
Let me...
Is it still banned?
Oh, it is still baned.
It is
I don't know
still
what
banned.
you're saving. thing is, but
So 18.
Dang it. It's a 16.
Let's see.
thank
Each creature other than you in an area must make a dex saving throw on a failed save and is knocked prone. You have made it difficult terrain, which means you've cut his movement in half. And pretty
If
much
he had failed, he would have taken damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think he
Fallen
takes any
down.
damage, yeah.
And I think, I don't know how, let's see. Ground is loose as stone. I don't know how big the area is, but I think it might just be that 5 foot area
Yeah,
that
I
he
think
is
it's
in.
yeah, just the 10 because it has a range of 10 feet, so I'm assuming it's the full 10 feet around.
Okay. 10 feet around that area. Yeah, we'll do that. So 10 feet of that area is now loose stone, and it is difficult terrain for everybody. Except, I think it's for everybody. Yeah, difficult terrain. So that area has been made difficult as there are loose stones and gravel and everything else that makes it really difficult to traverse. Didn't do any damage to it, but you did make it harder for it to move. Is there anything else you do on your turn?
That is all of it.
Alrighty, and it's going to use another legendary action and go for Velfi, as Velfi has little rocks sticking into this thing's feet now. That first one, I believe, misses with an 11.
Yes, it misses.
All right, and that second one is going to be a 12.
It misses.
It missed both of his attacks as its foot gets stuck in a rock as you see its hands going wild. It is not able to do anything, and it's not Dahlia's go.
How is it looking?
Y'all, it's looking bruised.
Bruised.
As
mean,
bruised as this thing can
it was
look.
looking like death when we started. So
Right.
We're beating it back to life.
But it is looking bruised.
Excuse me.
Well, actually, can I use my reaction on that?
Which reaction are you looking for?
Hellish Rebuke.
It did not hit. For that one,
Oh,
it has to
true.
hit. Yeah.
True,
Yeah,
true.
it
You're
has to
right.
hit.
You're right. Okay, my bad. My bad.
No,
my
you're
bad.
good. I love Hellish Rebuke. Oh my god.
Well, I might take. I have just a common healing potion.
Yep,
Okay. I'm going to take an action to take the full effect.
you got it.
1d4?
It's 2d4 plus 2, so that would be 10 points.
Okay, so I'll take those 10 points to heal. That is my action. Bonus action. Heal and word myself. I'm just going to... Nope. I am going to do my Form of Dread because I dropped it when I went down.
Okay, bringing
So
the form of dread
I do not
back
want to
up.
be afeared. Yep, back up, and I get 10 hit points with that. So that will be my
Alright.
turn.
Let's go. And with that, it is now Friedrich's turn. What would Friedrich like to do?
hell yeah. Okay, I got a question.
Yes.
You can see my token right here. I want to move 30 feet. These little edges of the tree, like right here, is that considered like I can move through there? Or do I need to move entirely around the tree?
No, you can go under it. It's very similar to like a normal tree. So if you just go under it, you have like leaves and branches over your head.
Okay, so I'm going to move. I think I was right here. No, I was right here. I think I was right here. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 30 feet
Uh-huh.
up to the north here. And then I'm going to pump out from the Librum a 3rd level Ray of Sickness at it.
Ooh, go ahead.
There's a roll to hit. Use the tower. Come on. There's an 18 hit.
18 hits.
Okay, it takes 4d8 necrotic.
Nice.
Come on. Not bad. 15, 16, 20 points of... Sorry, it's not necrotic. It is poison damage.
Poison damage. Okay.
On a hit, it needs to make a con save of 14 or higher.
It rolled a 15 on the die.
Is he banging?
He
So if it
is
didn't get hit,
baned.
so is he still... Yeah.
So that would be a 16.
It went up?
No, it was an 18
Oh,
on the... or 15
you're
on
a
the
15,
die.
then it's a 16.
No,
Hey,
so it was
die.
19
Sorry.
minus 3.
My bad. So yeah, he's saved. Never mind. He's not poisoned, or it, whatever this thing is.
Him. She. You don't know.
He, she,
Um, So movement, action. I don't really have much bonus action. So what is my bonus action? 2-weapon fighting. Yeah, that'll be the end of my turn.
Alrighty. And with it being the end of your turn, you're going to notice smoke starts to come off of it as it starts to heal itself. And it's going to get back 8, 15, 22, 26, 32, 36, 42, 47, 51 points back.
well, shit.
Well,
Can I have that?
I feel like when you're in like an RPG and the boss takes a potion, you're like, you can't heal. Only I can heal.
What? No.
Only I can heal. So let me see. Alrighty. All right. So it does that as one of the things it can do. It's going to see if it can get its crush back. And it does with a 6. Velfie is in front of it. It is going to try and crush Velfie. Alrighty. With that crush, Velfie, I need a dex saving throw.
Almost said death saving throw.
Dex saving
You
throw.
know what?
Not death yet.
8.
With an 8. That is the full amount. And you are knocked prone. You will lose concentration on Bane. That is going to be 2 plus
points. That's it.
9 plus 5 plus 2 plus 2 plus 7 plus 7 plus another 5. 39. So 39 points of damage as it crushes down on Velfie's head, and you are knocked prone. And that is its
Ow!
go. With that, Ruin, you're up.
I'm gonna swing away at it. I guess that's about all I got because I used my last spell slot to not get or not get dead. That is 12.
12 does not hit.
That's fine. That should hit. That's a 16 on the die.
Yeah, that hits.
20 turns into a 23. 8. Oh my god, my brain just stopped. 15 damage.
All right, 15 damage on that first one. And what about the second one?
Oh no, that was the first one missed.
The first one missed. Alrighty, so you do that 15 points of damage, and it is going to turn around and look at you since you smacked it, and is going to try and do 2 claw attacks against you. That is a 21 to hit on that first one.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, and that is going to be 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 points of damage on that first slash.
I'm going to use my second stone's endurance on that one, and only take 3 off of that first one because I rolled a 12 on.
Taking 3 off of that one as you use Stone's Endurance. And that next one is going to be a 15 plus 7 to hit. And that is going to be 11 points of slashing on that second claw attack as it at you on both of them and makes both hits. And with
that hurts.
that, it's Velfie's turn. You are currently knocked prone.
Okay, I'm going to use half my movement to stand up. And We're gonna try Otto's Irresistible Dance.
All right, go for it.
So that's a wisdom save of 16.
Wisdom save of 16. And it rolled a 14 plus 4 for an 18.
Cool.
Anything happen on a success?
I don't think so.
Alrighty. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Ruin. So that will be 6 points of healing.
Yay.
And that shall be my
Thank you.
turn. You're welcome.
Alrighty, and it's going to use another legendary action and try to attack Velfi as it saw you were trying to cast something. That first one is going to be a 24 to hit.
Hits.
That is going to be 11 points of slashing. Slap.
I'm down.
Velfi's down. It's going to take its other attack against Ruin. That does not hit. As it attacks Velfi, Velfi goes down. You see Velfi crumple. It tries to go for Ruin. Ruin is still standing as it did not get that hit in. Alrighty. And with that, Dahlia, you're up.
Oh, yeah. All right. So much to do. So little time. Okay. I am pulling out Reaper. Well, it's already out. I am going to step up to this bitch. So that's 5'10". Could I, like, stand over Velfi?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I get advantage?
Yes.
It's a ruin. Sweet. Okay. I'm going to stand over Velfi, have advantage. I am going to swipe with my Reaper into this bitch.
Go for it.
I don't know which dice to use. Okay. I should pull up. Reaper. Okay. Okay. That is... It's a 14.
Meets it, beats it.
Okay, snuck that one in there. Okay. The initial slashes. Do those first, and then I'll do my add-ons. 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10. And then add 17 necrotic onto that from my channel divinity Touch of Death.
All right, so 27.
Yes. And then bonus action, I got a healing word. My lovely little bard.
Thank you.
Welcome. 6. And that is my turn. And I'll stand right here so you can move your token, but I'm still like standing over you.
I was
Okay.
imagining Dahlia standing right over Velfi.
Well,
Because
yeah,
it's
like
you're
feet
finally
planted on
awake.
either side of her and just like whoosh.
And with that attack, it's going to use its last legendary action for this round and try to hit Dahlia. The first one's a 19 on the die.
Yep.
Plus 7 to hit. That is going to be 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 points of slashing on that first one. And then its next one, I do not believe hits with a 9. So it does that one attack and it tries to go again. But Velfi getting up distracts it a bit as it's seeing the people it's down and coming back up. And with that, it is now Friedrich's go. What would Friedrich like to do?
Okay, I can tell that Velfi was revived, right? I saw it happen.
I'd say so.
And there's a tree there, but I'm assuming, like you said, all the fluffy parts are at the top. Okay, I'm going to just keep pounding on this thing and do another 3rd level Ray of Sickness.
Alrighty.
which is a roll to hit. Where's my lucky Friedrich die? Here we go. Does a dirty 20 hit?
Yep.
Okay, there we go. 4d8 of poison. Come on, big money.
All 8s.
Not bad. 12, 16, 20 points of poison damage.
Noise.
And I need to make a con save, right?
Yes, 14 or higher.
It failed.
It is poisoned, which I think means all of its attacks are disadvantaged for, I think it's just one turn, but let me look. Yeah, to the end of my next turn.
End of your next turn. Alrighty. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Honestly, yeah, I want to back up. I want to go back here. It looks
Honestly,
like they're doing swimmingly.
I-
But
I'd
I'm
like,
like,
I'd
keep
like to
getting
go
them.
home. I'd like to go home. I'm
I want
gonna.
a cup of tea. I want a blanket. No.
All right. Friedrich's running away. We're going to see if it gets its attack back. It does not with a roll of a 5. So it does not get a crush.
Oh no.
If I may correct the narrative, Friedrich backpedaled. He's definitely not like turning and running. Just want to make sure, for character building purposes.
Absolutely.
Here we go. I apologize.
All right. Well, Friedrich is backpedaling and running away backwards. I'm just kidding. Is this going to take one swipe at Ruin and one swipe at Dahlia? Ruin for the first one. It is a natural 20.
Silvery
Oh.
barbs.
Silvery barbs. All right. With silvery barbs,
Coming
it
in
does not hit.
clutch.
Silvery barbs do not hit. And it's going to take
Well,
its second
nice.
attack at Dahlia.
Who are you giving advantage to, Velfie?
I'll give it to you, Ruin.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
18 for Dahlia.
Yep.
All right, that hits. That is going to be 8 points of slashing as it takes its claw marks, one against Ruin. It's almost like the time reversed slightly as it just misses, and then that second one does some damage to Dahlia, and that is going to be its go. With that, Ruin, you're up.
I didn't roll at advantage.
What's that?
That's fine.
Oh.
I just forgot to roll at
I didn't roll at
advantage.
disadvantage.
Because
So
you're poisoned.
I am poisoned.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll the second one. See if we need to get... Let's see. Would a 17... No, excuse me, 18 have hit Ruin?
18, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to keep your silvery barbs, Selfie? Or do you still want to use it?
Did it not apply?
So
Well, no,
I
'cause it's-
forgot to roll at disadvantage. So that 20, that nat 20 wouldn't have happened, but it still would have hit. Do you still want to use one of the 2 silvery barbs you could use?
Oh. Yes.
Okay, so still using it. You still have one more to do. So that attack would not have happened. And then let me roll disadvantage for Dahlia. That would not have hit with a 12.
Oh.
So take back that 8 points of damage for yourself as it misses both of them. And Ruin, you are now up.
Yay. Swing away with the sword, I guess, because
And you all have advantage because it is poisoned.
that's a 19. It's hexblade or it's cursed, so that's a crit. Let's go. So that's 12 plus 13. That's 25 damage on the first hit.
Okay, and we're looking up poison. 25 on that first attack.
Second attack. A dirty 20.
You said 28 to hit?
A dirty 20.
Dirty 20 to hit. Also, poison does not give you advantage, just it disadvantage. I apologize for that.
But I'm also
But I've
standing
got-
opposite.
Yeah, but I'm also standing
so,
opposite.
Yeah, you two would
Yeah.
have advantage. Okay, so roll your damage for that next one.
That's 9 plus 7, 16 damage on the second attack.
16. Alrighty.
And that's all I got.
Alrighty, and
I'm
as you
gonna
have
stay right where I'm at.
as you have attacked it, it's going to use its legendary action to try to hit you twice. That first one is not going to hit. That second one just might, with a 16 on the first one and a natural 20 on the second one. So a 16 with disadvantage is +7. I believe that hits.
Yes.
All right, so one of these claw marks is going to hit when that's 14 points of slashing, as it does damage on that next one.
I'm gonna attempt to Stone's Endurance it and just take it and see if I I knock 10 damage off of it. So what was the total?
14.
14. So I take 4. Yay! That still hurt, but I'm okay.
Alrighty. And it is now Velfie's go. Velfie just went down, got brought back up. What would Velfie like to do?
Velfie is going to use her action to take a health potion.
Alrighty, that's 10 points.
Okie dokie. Just add those real quick. Okay. And then for bonus action, I think I will cast my last bardic inspiration on. I think I'm gonna go with Dahlia.
Thank you.
Yes.
Alrighty, it's going to use a second legendary action. I need Ruin and Velfie to make wisdom saving throws. It screeches that, like, I can't do it, but very guttural, very screechy. A lot worse than this one.
You ready for this? Rawr. Sorry.
Rawr.
Was it? You said it was wisdom.
It is wisdom.
Wait, is that everybody?
Just you
I'm
and Ruin.
afeared.
Oh, me and Ruin.
I'm
Okay.
afeared because that was a 10.
Okay, yep. So all of
So
your
you
attacks
said-
are at disadvantage.
Said wisdom.
Wisdom.
That is a 5.
All right, you both are scared of it. You can no longer move closer to it, and your attacks are at disadvantage.
Ah!
And with
Turns
that,
out this thing's scary.
it's very scary. And with that, Dahlia, you're up.
Whoa. Okay. 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 Oh shoot, I forgot to do that. Damn it. Okay, it's fine. Fuck. Okay. We are we shall do oh wait. I think this is the time for it. We shall do inflict wounds.
Go for it.
My last big spell. Do I use it? Yes. Okay. Yes.
Flicked away.
Okay. Got a natural 15 plus 6.
That hits.
Okay. So we get, where'd it go? There it is. 5d10.
Max damage, max damage.
3,
All tens. All tens.
4,
It could happen.
5. There we go. That'd be beautiful. Oh, I also can do divine intervention in this as well. This is amazing. That looks cocked. $21.
21.
And then plus channel divinity for an extra 17 of necrotic damage.
Alrighty. And with...
Bonus action. Oh,
No, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. Also, wisdom saving throw because I'm in form of dread,
Yep.
and I'm gonna healing word.
It failed.
Okay, it's scared of me.
It's scared of you. Got you.
Maybe I
All
didn't
right.
Maybe I didn't want it to do that.
Everybody's scared of everybody.
Everybody's just scared.
Everybody's just really nervous.
Now it has only one way it can move towards Friedrich.
Oh no! I'm gonna heal myself.
All right.
I'm very hurt. And that's my turn.
Okay. And it's going to use this last legendary action for this this round. It is going to take at disadvantage one attack against Dahlia as she just beat the shit out of it. And it misses. And then it's going to take its other one at Ruin for a 24 to hit.
Yup.
That is going to be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 points of slashing damage as it takes its last legendary action against you. Yeah, Friedrich.
Just to check, was that one against Ruin at disadvantage? Because it is still poisoned.
It is still poisoned.
Oh.
It still hits with a 23.
Okay. Ruin is very hurt. He's
Alrighty.
crying a little.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And with that, it is now Friedrich's go.
Even stones can cry. Okay. Friedrich is going to try to disturb this guy by continuing with the sickness and casting another ray of sickness at third level. My last one.
All right.
Come on, big money. Here we go. It's a 24 hit.
24 hits, but it does save with a 20.
What does that mean?
So he's not poisoned.
No
He's
poison.
not
Oh,
poisoned.
against the.
Oh,
take
it's,
the
so he's
damage,
not
so it
poisoned
doesn't
yet, but he's
send poison.
damage. Okay.
Yeah, he still takes the damage.
So I have a very sequential brain. I was like, we haven't got there yet. But I'm just slow.
You're not even there yet.
I hadn't done the math. 8, 11, 16 points of. You know what? Let me read something because I have a racial ability I've never used because I didn't think it applied. But let me see if I can do this. A spell attack is not considered a weapon attack, is it? Never mind, doesn't apply. So 16 points. Was it 16? Of
16.
poison damage.
Alrighty. And as you finish your go, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'm going to strafe a little bit. Try to put some trees between it and myself and just go like on up, select 1, 2, 3, 4 over here.
All right.
That'll be my turn.
Sounds good. And we're going to see if it gets its crush action back.
No.
It does not, as it rolled a 5.
Okay.
And it is no longer poisoned. So it is going to take one attack against Ruin and one against Dahlia at disadvantage.
But it's also a feared of Dahlia right
So
now.
it's taking it at disadvantage. Yep.
Oh, it's taking it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. So Ruin, that's going to miss. Dahlia, the first one was a 15 on the die, and the next one was a 6 plus 7. I don't think that hits.
13.
No.
All
No.
right. So that is actually going to be its go. It is now Ruin's go.
Okay.
As you are scared of
So-
this thing.
So I'm scared of it. So it would just be a straight roll because I'm scared of it, but Velfie's flanking it, so I'd have advantage, but I don't have advantage.
Yes.
So... Oh god. That's a 17. Does
17
still
hits.
hit it? That is 9, and that's 16 damage on the first hit.
Alrighty.
We'll go for the... That's cocked. The L die was cocked. It's a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
12 more damage.
12 more damage. Alrighty. As you do those attacks, they are cutting deep. Is there anything else you do on your turn?
Well, if I move away, it's going to get a attack of opportunity, which will likely put me to And then it's probably going to attack me anyway because it's got legendary actions. I think I'm just going to risk moving away from it.
Alrighty, go ahead. And that is going to be a 21 to hit.
Yep.
And that is going to
Is that with the disadvantage?
Remind me why it has disadvantage?
Because it's afraid of Dahlia.
But it's not looking... Dahlia's in its line of sight. Dahlia's behind
Oh,
her.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yep.
And that is going to be 10 points of damage.
Ruin stays where he is and is unconscious.
All right, as you all see Ruin go down, it is the end of Ruin's turn, which means it gets a legendary action. It is going to turn around and look at Dahlia as it is scared of it, or scared of her, and try to take these attacks at disadvantage. That first one was a natural 20.
Silvery barbs.
Changed it. Ooh, not yet, not yet.
Not yet. It's
Not
not
yet, not yet.
Yeah.
Disadvantage, it rolled one less, so a 19 plus 7 to hit.
Take it back. Take it back.
Take it back. All right. But it
Okay.
still hits Dahlia. The first one does.
Okay.
And that is going to be 11 points of slashing damage on that first one. And then our next attack, let's see. That is going to be a 14 to hit.
No.
As it misses, and it is now Velfi's go.
Oh, my plan can still work. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so Velfi is going to cast Mass Healing Word, and that will be 1d4 plus 3. That is 5 points of healing, so that I believe goes to everybody. Yes.
Nice.
Thank you.
And
5
then-
points.
Yes. And then for her action, her psychic is just not hitting today. So she's gonna use her rapier.
Go for it.
So that is going to be a 12.
12 does
You
not
have
hit.
advantage. You have
but-
advantage because I'm conscious again.
But I'm scared, so that would make
Oh,
it
you're
a
scared
straight
too.
roll.
Yeah, never mind.
Right? Yeah. So 12 doesn't hit. All right. So she misses.
Okay.
And that'll be her turn.
And Dahlia's hand went straight up. So what's up?
I forgot when I was hit, I can hellish rebuke.
You can hellish rebuke.
Okay, so I'd like
Okay.
to rebuke, so I need a deck save from him.
Book him.
All right, you book him. He rolled a 12.
So he gets full damage.
All right.
Full book.
10.
10.
Mhm.
As you notice, this thing catches on fire and it starts to burn from its feet to its legs. How do you want to burn it?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, just last ditch effort. Like, she's barely hanging on. And she had like this like look in her eye that she was gonna do something really stupid next. But this was like a last ditch Hail Mary. Just flung it, hoping it would hit.
And as it hits, you do see it catch on fire. But as it's burning, as it's dying, it starts to shrink and shrink. And it starts to take on elvish features, womanly features. And as it is screaming in this fire, you notice the skin of this being is a light gray with a purplish hue. And it burns and it burns and it burns until nothing is left but ashes and a singular necklace that falls to the ground.
I'll slowly step up to it and kneel down and carefully pick it up. Not the pendant, just the chain.
Mm-hmm. So just the chain. It's pretty hot considering you just incinerated this beast. But the medallion doesn't feel hot at all.
May I see the necklace?
It's hot, but yeah.
Well, I have resistance against fire, so.
Perfect.
So I want to cast Identify on the necklace.
Alrighty, and we will say that you have that pearl for one cast of Identify. The necklace is a holy symbol to necrosics.
Ooh.
This is a cleric's holy symbol.
Necrosic.
And
Okay.
the medallion is a circle with a very intricate skull in the middle. It has ruby red eyes and wings that come out of the back.
That come out of the back of the skull. Like, oh, okay.
Okay, so does it have like any spells or properties or charges or...
It does have a property. It is an amulet of the devout +1.
Devout one. So what is that?
So an amulet of the devout +1 increases a cleric's, I believe it's specifically a cleric's. Let me look this up real fast.
Yeah.
Amulet of the devout 5e. +1. Okay. Anyone who wears the amulet of the devout, regardless of what kind of spellcaster they are, is granted a bonus to their spell attack rolls and saving throw DCs for their spell. It has to be attuned by a cleric or a paladin.
And you can't use it unless it's attuned, right?
And you would not be able to use it unless it's attuned.
Okay.
There's a cleric
So-
in the building.
I believe there is.
Gee.
So I will relay all that information about the necklace to, and I guess I'll yell it so the professor can hear.
No.
I'm gonna jog back up.
I also want to start healing people.
Oh, Professor, you're here too.
Oh, shush.
I was out in the forest a bit.
Accidentally inflicts
Not
wounds on
much of a
Ruin instead of no, I'm
melee.
kidding.
Yeah.
And let me add, while you wear this amulet, you can use your channel divinity feature without expending one of the feature's uses.
Oh.
It
So-
cannot be used again this way until the next dawn.
Oh, so you basically get a free
Rechannel divinity.
channel divinity.
So given all that information, I would say this would probably benefit Dahlia the most.
Ruin, you get 11 back.
Thank you.
But that's not my god.
What was the symbol or the shape of the medallion again?
The shape is a circle with a skull in the center, very intricate skull with ruby red eyes and wings that come out of the back of the skull.
Just not very inviting. I don't know.
Have I ever seen that symbol before?
No. But you have read about necrosics.
I have. Yes. Hmm.
Things that aren't inviting aren't always evil. I mean, you get real spooky sometimes, but you're not a terrible person.
Belfie's going to walk up. Well, she's already standing in front of Dahlia. She's going to hold it out to Dahlia and say, if you want it, it's yours.
She'll take it.
Does Dahlia touch the medallion?
Yeah.
When Dahlia touches it, it's almost like there's a whoosh, almost like you're going through the veil. But it goes further. And you see person Their hands are clasped. They have a hood over their head. But you see a pale jaw, almost like that of bone color. And they're just holding their hand out to you. But their hand is bone. You can see all the digits, the fingers, all of the wrist bones as they are holding their hand out to you. And then you are sucked back.
Oh. I'm gonna pocket it. Not putting it on. Until I have time to think about this when I'm less hurt.
When I'm in less pain.
Yeah, I'm a hurting man. Anyone like what? Who is necrosis? Cool.
I don't remember.
It's
That's
fine.
the let's say that's the god of necromancy, right? That's me asking, not Ruin asking. That's my
So Friedrich read in the book, he is the god of death.
of death.
Right.
And people who are descendants of necrosics have power over the dead. He created necromancy magic.
That's what it was.
And it would stand to reason that a cleric could potentially serve or worship as being a deity. I'm not very familiar with the more religious aspect of society.
Same.
You know, the only one I'm familiar with isn't really a religious man. His only religion is to himself.
Yeah. Yeah. Explore the cave, maybe?
Sure.
Are we sure there's only one?
I don't know. Man, I don't know.
Give me a perception
what-
check.
Badly.
Me,
And
I'll
is
do
it
that.
still dark outside?
It's very dark in this area. Like, it's very dense. Some sun comes through the trees, and every once in a while, it's almost like the forest floor is speckled with sunlight freckles.
I think somebody rolled a natural 20 over there.
I got a nat 20 plus 3.
Got 14.
12.
I got a 3.
Woo!
All right, Ruin is hurting. Ruin ain't paying attention.
Yeah. No, I'm like leaning on my sword right now, just going, ow. Everything still hurts.
Everything is sore. With that 12 and that 14, you look around. Nothing seems to stand out to you besides the ashes that are now on the ground and the cave that you have yet to explore. But it's almost like while you all were fighting this thing, the woods went quiet. So you hear nothing. And with a nat 20, you've only ever seen footprints of this one. Looking around, you only see footprints from one. And something, even though it's very covered, you see some sparkles inside the cave. And something that looks like bones.
You said there are carcasses outside, right?
Yes.
Do any of the carcasses look human?
They're all humanoid. Except for a couple of beasts that it might have eaten. But this
So
was
there
its
have been
dinner.
I'd have found some more hunters.
More hunters got sent out here to deal with it.
The state of the carcasses, is it like they were killed or is it like they were prey? Like
Dragged
eaten?
here.
More like they were prey, dragged here, all slashed to bits. Like you can't even see any identifying features about the beings that
mean-
are at the front of the cave entrance.
I mean, the way
Sure.
that this thing can like jump, I could only imagine, like, because it could just come out of nowhere on somebody if they didn't realize it was there.
True. Two things. I want to use Arcane Recovery to recover my 4th level spell slot. And the other one, can I look amongst the carnage and see if there's any glimmers of like order pins? Anything shiny?
Roll me an investigation check on the bodies outside of the cave.
11.
Anyone?
Nothing really sticks out because they are brutal. They are brutally massacred. You do find one order pin though.
Any distinguishing anything about it, or just what I've seen?
Just what you've seen, at least for this one.
Do you like random question? I mean, we've the professor and I basically have a collection of order pins between the two of us, but do they all look identical? Like, there's no like distinguishing features from,
Any
Pin to
older
pin?
gens?
or like, I was more going like chroniclers, hunter, scavenger, like if those are different or if they're all just a pin.
All of your excuse me, all of your order pins look the same, and the ones you've gotten so far have all been identical.
Okay.
Well, I see something sparkly in the cave, and I am inclined to go towards it.
Let's,
Do you need
let's
any
go
healing?
let's go carefully.
I mean, I am bloody.
Because I could do 2 more. Who wants it?
I'm feeling surprisingly spry.
Good.
Um,
That's awesome.
I can lead the way into the cave.
I
to
am
sort of-
not
Hank.
surprisingly spry. I kind of feel like the professor does on a daily basis right now as I like.
Ooh!
Eh.
You hit max, Velfie. 11.
Sick.
Yeah. Ruin, do you want
Thank
some?
you.
Yes, please.
You also get max. Damn, that's awesome.
Let's go.
What did I say?
Okay.
8, 9, 10, 11. And I
Roll.
am tapped.
Is anybody
I
still
will
in particularly
happily-
bad shape?
Had worse.
I'm at like close to half health. I don't want to use my one other potion unless we like,
I'm like,
since
a
our
little over
spellcasters
half.
are out.
Like-
or since
Yeah.
our spellcaster or our big healers are out, I'd rather just hold on to the. Because we
Okay,
don't
good
know
to
what's in the cave.
All I
Let's
could
go
do
into
now
the
is spare
cave.
you. All I could do now is spare you when you're dying. So
Oh boy.
that's it.
Hope it doesn't come to that.
Well, who knows?
Professor, after you.
Well, Velfie, in what direction is the shiny thing? You may lead by all means if you would like to. This is more so if you're feeling a bit.
I mean, I don't mind
aware.
leading. I will lead us towards the sparkles. The sparkles, they were right like inside the lair, correct?
They are inside the layer, yep.
When we're on our way in, can I like investigate for like traps or anything like that that could potentially harm us on our way in?
Roll investigation. If you are all going into the cave, I'm assuming walking order, Velfie, Friedrich, Ruin, Dahlia.
I guess I would be up closer to Velfie if
Okay.
I'm like looking for traps before we're on
I
our
was
way
just being
in.
polite. I will sidestep for whoever wants to go in front of me.
16.
16. With that, it doesn't look like there's any traps in here. It is pretty, I don't want to say barren. It's very much cave-like with it's almost like a moss bed that this thing has created with a bunch of like leaves and moss, and you see a couple tattered rugs and tattered clothes, like it was trying to make a soft bed for itself, even though you know it wasn't very intelligent. It's almost like there was a semblance of a person there that was trying to make something soft for themselves to sleep on. But you do see bones in the corner, and Velfie would know that's where the sparkle came from, is where the bones are. But it's pretty much just a normal cave that a beast has made a nest out of. It stinks in here. It smells like death and rot and just anything foul, and you can almost taste it. It's so rancid in here as you all walk in. But as far as you know, there are no traps.
Smells like
Velvy,
on
Seems
here
about
in
as safe
here.
as a cave's going to.
well, Velvy is going to go to the bones where the sparkles are.
All right. And as you make your way to where the bones are and where the sparkle was, give me an investigation check.
Sparkles.
And anybody who is looking at the bone area can do an investigation
Looking at the
check,
bone
too.
area.
Yeah,
Thirteen.
there's a lot of carcasses over here, but they have been picked clean, almost like an animal that just picks its bones, but they all look humanoid. Maybe with a couple of animal bones in there somewhere. Velfie, what'd you get?
13.
13. Okay.
23.
23.
Ruin got a 23.
15.
12.
12. All right. We're going to start with the 12. Professor Friedrich finds a quill necklace that you specifically knew belonged to Zell, your favorite student, and it is around a skeleton that looks like it has been cracked and broken on many different occasions. But there is that little quill necklace sitting around the skeleton's neck. As you now know, the cleric beast killed and ate Zell. With that 13, Velfie finds elven chain armor. Sparkles. It's beautiful. With that, what did Dahlia get?
15.
15. Dahlia finds a rapier. It's beautiful, but it is giving off some kind of ominous presence. And with a 23, Ruin finds eyeglasses, some thieves' tools, 10 gold pieces, and 14 silver.
Said
I
10
will-
gold and 14 silver.
10 gold and 14 silver.
I will quietly collect the pendant, not drawing attention to it.
Found some armor.
Do the glasses look like anything, or do they just look like glasses?
Give me an investigation check specifically on the glasses.
I'm gonna go check out Velvy's armor and look happy.
Yeah.
19.
With a 19, you know these
Buddy.
eyeglasses, they're crystal lenses that fit over the eyes. And while wearing them, you get the feeling you might get advantage on seeing things, as it makes everything in the room look clear. Out of game, you have picked up the eyes of the eagle.
Eyes of the eagle. Fancy.
Out of the eagle.
And what? Okay, so there was the gold, and you said thieves' tools, right?
Yep, you got thieves' tools too.
Oh boy.
Are there any? I don't see the purpose of it. So I was going to say speak with dead, but
You will notice that. Give me a perception check.
oh, natty one.
Nope, you don't notice it.
Nope. All right, cool. Yeah.
But
I'll
you
leave
do
notice
see
that you
something
still hurt.
shiny on the other side of the room with a nat one.
Okay, I'll go to the other side of the room to see the something shiny.
With a
See
nat
that
one,
DM hook.
even though this is in the opposite direction, your eyesight just caught something shiny, and you have found 20 gold pieces in a bag.
Oh, okay.
Sick.
Solid nat 1, unless it's fake money.
I mean, in my first ever game, I got a natty 1, and I found a legendary sword in a gulch. So that's great.
Nice. And what would
And then
Velfi...
she'll
I'm sorry.
leave the cave. I'm sorry. She's just gonna leave the cave. Just kind of patrol.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. 24.
Slowly, the life of the forest is starting to come back. And you see a little crow on top of the like a branch, and it's just looking at you.
I'm gonna flip him a gold piece towards where he is, see if he wants something shiny too.
It's gonna fly down to wherever it landed and start pecking at it. But there is only one crow. Velfi, what is Velfi and Friedrich doing?
So the professor is looking very happily at the armor.
It's so sparkly. Yes.
If you want to, both of you give me an investigation check on the armor.
Can I give it an Arcana?
Sure.
Nine.
16.
With a 9. It's pretty. I really want to put it
Pretty.
on. And with a 16, this armor's magical. Very magical.
It's magical.
Ooh. I hate the
I have
idea
to
of
do
magical
that.
and not knowing what it is.
Okay.
Out of game.
Well, it seems a bit too heavy for me. If what I've looked up is correct.
What is it again? Elven scale?
Chain armor.
Chain? Scale?
Elven chain armor.
Oh, chain, sorry. My ears. Elven chain armor. Is it like medium?
It is a. If you're wanting to know more about the armor specifically, you do know chain is a medium armor. But if you're looking for like what this armor does exactly, give me an investigation check.
Another one?
Yeah,
we
specifically
can-
for the armor.
Yeah.
Can I do that again?
So he did Arcana originally and didn't do.
Okay.
16.
With a 16, you know and have read that Elven Chain Armor grants you a +1 bonus to your AC while wearing it. And even if you're not good at wearing this kind of armor, this armor is magically inclined to allow you to wear it. It forms to its wearer.
If you are interested, you should try it on anyway. Elven made things are a little peculiar.
It is shiny, and I like shiny.
It fits your flair very well.
My flair. I enjoy that. Okay. I guess. Well, are you sure?
And I'm pretty sure. I think it looks like something I would possibly know. I've been wrong before.
Well, I guess like are you more okay if I were to try it on?
Yeah, go for it. I mean,
Okay.
you're gonna own it.
Just like you in
That
the
sounds like something
the
Friedrich
pink
would say,
suit.
yeah.
Or
Yes.
or will it own you?
It will match your vibrant personality and your bardic magnetism.
All right. So she will don the elven chain armor.
Awesome. And when you don it, you get a +1 to your AC. So you can add Elven Chain Armor to your inventory and equip it. And Professor Friedrich, give me a perception check real fast.
Some more trauma to be uncovered. Oh, I got a natural 20 plus 2.
Look at that trauma.
Being a
Trauma.
necromancer, you know spells and that the dead can speak. Zell had a mouth.
Shit. Okay.
I will say Ruin was going to also kind of make his way toward the door of the cave to, like, just be looking around and look at his fancy new goggles.
Everything looks crystal clear with those new goggles. Crystal clear. And you can actually, as long as like it's a clear day right now, besides the fact that it's dark, you can make out details of even extremely distant creatures and objects, as long as it's not 2 feet across.
Well, that's... Holy crap. Is this what it's like to see?
I wouldn't know. Do I know that someone in the party can speak with the dead?
You have seen someone in the party cast it, but also you know how to cast it. With your Librum of Souls and Flesh. I believe it can speak cast with the dead.
Let me double check. I don't have it prepared.
Or speak with the dead, not cast with the dead.
Cast with the
Let's
dead.
cast together, bruh. Let's see. Animate dead, circle dead, false light, finger dead, speak with dead. I don't have it prepared. Is that okay? Can I like ritual out of the... I don't know if that's how ritual works though.
Your book allows you to use a charge to prepare it anyway.
That's true. I shall do that. I'll spend a minute studying the book and expend 1 charge to replace one of my prepared wizard spells with a different spell in the book. The new spell must be of the necromancy school. I'm assuming Speak with the Dead is of the necromancy school. Sounds like it would be. And I'm going to send back, for what it's worth, I guess Detect Thoughts. I don't really need that right now.
You don't need to think right now.
No, hopefully, if I speak to someone, they'll just tell me how they feel. What do they have to hide? Well, that being the case, I will go find Zell's corpse, or what's left, and attempt to cast Speak with the Dead on it.
Do you want to describe what casting that spell looks like for Friedrich, as this is the first time you've cast it?
Yeah, I think Friedrich would... He would have his Librum in hand, and he would kneel down beside the body and just sort of rest, sort of like a knowing, comforting hand on its shoulder.
And you see the skeleton kind of lift a little bit, like you've breathed some life into it. What do you want to ask?
I don't want to ask anything yet. I just want to say that I'm sorry. And that it shouldn't have come to this. And I'm assuming I have to ask something.
In order for it to talk, you
Yeah.
have to cast something.
Who did you come here with?
Order members. Didn't know them long enough to know their names. Don't remember.
What is the last thing you remember?
Fear. Screeching. Pain. Talons sticking out of my chest.
Is it 5 questions or is it 3?
5.
5, okay. Why did you come here?
My teacher and I were going to save the world.
Do you feel like you did that?
He's not going to respond to that question because he doesn't know how to answer.
If you could, what would you say to those you left behind that miss you dearly?
To Mom. I love you. Thank you for taking time to raise me properly. I hope I made a difference. To my teacher. You are my greatest inspiration. I want to be like you. But this pain was not your fault. And as he says that, his body goes limp. Or his bones go limp.
I will stand up. Is there anything else around the corpse? The bones, whatever's left? Any other looking like personal possessions or anything?
The only thing he had was his necklace.
I'm just going to rejoin the party and try to act stone-faced. How's it going over here?
I can see really far away.
That could come in handy out here.
Dahlia's gathering ashes in a handkerchief. Such.
The
Belfie is
beast's
just-
ashes or just...
That's
The clerics.
some awful shiny armor there, Velfie.
Thank you. Found it.
It looks great.
Is it morbid that I'm wearing someone else's armor that died here?
I don't know. Is it morbid that I'm wearing somebody's goggles that died here?
True.
For what it's worth, they won't need them anymore.
And they don't care.
And they don't care, yes. Most things
They've gone
used
on
to
to
belong.
peace. They don't need it where they are. They don't have
That's
to fight
true.
for their lives.
And for what it's worth, if there's any sense of vengeance, I guess.
Like it's
We got
haunted?
the thing. No,
No.
we got the thing that got them.
As someone who can sense like necromancy, that no, you're fine. Right? I don't sense any necromantic.
It hasn't spoken to you yet, has it?
At the
Not
word
yet.
vengeance, The rapier you pick up tingles.
It's on her back. It's just like, what the fuck? She'll pull it out. Vengeance.
It tingles. Like it almost
don't like this
vibrates
sword.
slowly.
I don't like the sword.
What's wrong with the sword?
What?
What's wrong with the sword?
Whenever I say the word I just said, it vibrates. And then I'll hold it out. You can try it if you want.
Can I just look at it? Examine it? I don't want to touch it.
Can I examine it as well?
Give me an investigation check.
Can I give it an arcana, hearing that it's tingling?
Yeah,
Everybody investigating?
sure.
Can I look at it too, since everybody's looking at it?
13.
My arcana is just low.
Nope. It's a sword.
I'm not good at any of those. I don't know.
17.
With a 17. So the rest of you kind of just get, it's weird. With a 17, it's a dark magic. A very vengeful magic, a very angry magic.
I don't want to be a hypocrite with this book I'm carrying around, but there's a lot of negative energy tied to
Negative
this
bad
thing.
vibes.
Anger.
Would it possibly be cursed or something to that effect, or have bad juju on it?
I don't know to that extent. But I don't know. Anger can be useful if it can be controlled. So I don't know. You seem very capable, Dahlia, so I would leave it in your expert hands and opinion as to when or whether you should use it.
I just don't know if I would be able to keep it. And who it would go to might not be best.
I could hold on to it if you'd like.
Sure. I can hold on to it up until the city if you're uncomfortable with holding it.
If you don't want it vibrating, that's on, this, however you want to do
Hell,
it.
stop. Hell.
You don't want it to vibrate on you,
Okay, I just had some really, really bad.
vibrating in your pocket.
There's so many jokes I can
And
make, but
this is- Listen.
Oh yeah, there's
I'll
Um,
hand it to Velvy.
Okay.
So you are the least what this words likes person I know.
least engeful, not engeful with a V.
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty. Well, I will see if I can figure out what this is.
Should we start heading back? Make as much time as we can.
What is the time of day right now? Like,
Y'all were in that fight for quite a while, and y'all got here around like 1 or 2. So it's getting a little later. You could probably get another 2 hours of travel in to get away from the smell and the cave itself.
yeah,
Yes, please.
Yeah, I don't
Yep.
think we want to stay here.
no. I'd say it'd be nice to, like, there'd be one way in for things to attack us, but at the same
Oh, the
time, it
smell.
smells like
Yeah.
it smells like Father Ignatius in there.
It's not wrong.
I'm glad I haven't met this Ignatius that you both seem to know.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem
yeah.
pleasant at all.
Yeah, don't
Keep it that way.
yeah, keep it that way as long as you can.
Is that
Will
why,
do.
Dahlia, that you watch your words?
or tell us to watch
Yes.
ours.
Yep. It's very powerful. Very
Any-
powerful in Arcana.
Does he have some sort of spell cast on you? Or
An item.
Dahlia, make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
That's what I was afraid of.
14.
You take 7 points of damage as it shocks your throat, and everyone can see that.
Velvy's gonna kind of like reach out her hand, kind of like a, "Are you okay?"
It's just, yeah.
That
You
wasn't
can't
the
hear.
sword, was it?
It didn't vibrate.
Well, let's get going. And then she'll just start walking.
But the party will have noticed that shock. Like it gave off a little bit of like an electric blue as it went off when she said an item.
As we walk outside, which I'm assuming we are, can I tell what time of day it is?
So it's later in the evening. You guys have about 2 hours of travel that you could do before it gets dark.
Is everyone okay with moving away from this forsaken place before we set up camp?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yes, yes, yes.
Just wanted to make sure I was not the only one thinking that way. And I suppose back on the way towards Sydonea. Unless anyone has any other business out this way.
I don't specifically have business, but I know Shadowfen is that way, and I point in the direction that or was that way, and I point in the direction that it would be on my map.
So the direction that's on your map is clear across the lake of the mansion y'all
so
were
it would
at.
be Oh,
I remember that.
okay. I miss yeah. I misunderstood the map then, but that's fine.
So we're like far away.
Never mind. Yeah, never mind. I don't know directions.
From the map upside down. This blue part is land.
I'm spinning the map
The
around.
blue
in my hands,
part
like,
is land.
All right, so you all are able to start walking and have about 2 hours of travel ahead of you. Is there anything you'd like to do on your travel to find a nice little place to sleep for the evening?
I'll help look for a spot.
Alrighty.
Same, if I can assist in any way.
Yeah.
Give me survival
Yep.
checks.
Survival.
Guidance on Velfie.
So that's what, a D4?
Yes.
I didn't do great. That was an 11.
That was a 15.
25.
18.
18. With that 25, Dahlia again finds a very nice place to sleep for the evening. It's actually an old campsite that has been... No one's using it. It's been abandoned, probably by a different group of reapers that have spent the night here, as there's already like a little campfire built.
There's already a campfire built?
As in, like, you have a circle
an
with
old campfire.
stones, and there are no embers or anything like that. This this hasn't been used in a while. But the group that was here left little logs around the campfire so they could, sit around it and chit chat and things like that before they went to sleep. And Velfi, you're actually going to feel your stone vibrate for the sending stone. And you get Antyr's voice that's very pained, very tired, very exhausted, as he was also out on a mission. And you hear, "Why does that sound like a goodbye? Are you okay? Please tell me you're okay." "You've lit my life up a lot. I can't lose." And then it cuts off.
Oh. Whoops.
What a mini declaration there.
As he runs out of words, and even though he is it sounds like he is hurt, he's tired, exhausted, there's that panic in there that you sent a goodbye.
Okay. She's gonna start breathing like a little heavier, like, oh shit. I didn't mean to panic him that much, but she's gonna craft a message for tomorrow.
Well, let's set up this circle and oh god. Ow, snap, crackle, pop. Oh god, everything hurts.
This would be a satisfying Heftine.
Yeah, this is very Heftine, for the love of God.
Heftine. And I would like to message Beltov because I saved my message. Yeah. Killed the beast. The beast was a drow woman turned into a monster who had the emblem of necrosis. Thoughts? That's it.
Alrighty. And since he sent you one this morning, he cannot respond yet.
Cool.
But is there anything else he would like to do before you take rest for this evening?
Should we flip for it, Professor? Who goes first?
If I may, there is something I would like to try with your
Okay.
permission.
Me.
But-
Me?
Yes. Without saying it, I will motion to my neck and just say, "May I take a look?"
Would Dalian know that if it's tampered with, does anything happen?
Only she has tampered with it, so she's never had anybody else do it.
Did anything happen when she did?
She was shocked.
Okay. Sure.
Just a light touch.
Okay.
And I'm going to place just my index finger somewhere that looks somewhere innocuous along the side of it and ritually cast Identify.
Alrighty. And as you cast Identify, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Isa?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not very constitutional. Okay.
Oh no.
Hey, there's an 8.
You take
Shoot.
8 points of shock damage as you touch it, but when you cast Identify on it, this is a contraption that is magically enhanced to make someone tell them what they want them to do. they can command the person that wears it. And if somebody disobeys, you just got a very good example of how that hurts. But there is a keyhole on the back. But you,
Keyhole. Does it look like a standard, like a door key sort of thing?
it looks like a standard door key.
Like a normal big hole with a little slut down there? Yeah.
It looks like a standard key.
Alright.
But you get the sense that this can track where a person is. And if it is taken off, they know immediately. So if you take it off, you need to be prepared to run.
But it looks like you have to have a key to take it off anyway. Can I tell what material it's made out of? I think Identified does that.
It's made out of this adamantine metal.
Am I familiar with that?
You know, adamantine makes hits a little less critical against the material. And in this case, not necessarily Dahlia. But since you are a wizard, you know of spells that unlock things without spells. Or not without spells, without keys.
Keys. I know of the ability. I don't know the spell itself. I don't know what I can do. I know now I cannot do anything, but this has helped me understand the nature of it. And perhaps in the future, it will no longer burden you.
That's the hope. Thank you.
Thank you. By all means, I love to study something new. I've taken an interest in it now. I do not like to fail. So,
Just be careful, though, how deep you delve.
understood.
He's good at making people disappear.
I'll just nod and then say, with that, if you would like me to take first watch so you can get some rest, I'd be more than happy.
I'm fine with either. We can flip for it, make it fair.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
I'll pull out a
okay.
gold coin.
All right.
Mm,
Wait, I want tails. Tails means I watch.
okay. I'm going to roll a d4. Ones are odds are tails, evens are heads. It's tails.
All right, my watch first.
Thank you much. Have a good evening. See you in 4 hours.
Get some actual good sleep. All right.
I haven't slept well in a very long time. Thank you.
I could just knock you out if you want.
I won't take that offer today,
We're
but I
all
would
pretty
appreciate
close.
it if it stays on the table. Because,
Always. Oh.
you know, I haven't been sleeping. I've had a few restless nights here recently.
Have you tried teas?
They don't travel well.
Teas
But,
don't?
but yeah, I mean, I guess they do.
Or leaves?
Yeah, maybe I'm just not good at it. That could be it. I'll give it a try. I don't have any tea on me right now, but
Alright.
stock up. I'll have to go see.
You know a lady.
Yes, when I get back.
Is there anything anyone else would like to do before our watches begin?
Is there is there any more information in that Souls book that Velphi has?
Which one?
She has the one about, I think that's the only Souls book she has, which is the Creating a Soul.
Oh, that's true. That is the only one she has. She's pretty much gotten everything that she could get for now.
Okay. So in that case, she's gonna lay down her bedroll and she's gonna summon Mira. And Mira is she's gonna appear in her lap as Velphi pulls out Flies and Fire and starts to read. Just mindlessly petting Mira, just kind of relaxing after a very rough day.
And she just purrs, and that ghostly, like, cooling sensation of Mira is just laying on your chest as you read, and just that vibration makes you feel nice. It's almost like stress relief as she's just purring on your chest. And the book you are reading, Lies on Fire, it starts off with 2 characters. They are assassins, and they go against each other. They are in different factions, and they do not like each other at all, but there's a lot of tension there.
She's into it.
And what about Ruin?
I feel like Ruin, because I think I've got about everything that I'm going to get out of my book.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell, but I still kind of just sit there and stare at it because there's finally some piece of like who his people are. And then he kind of looks around at the party as he's going to bed and kind of already knows who his people are. And
No.
lays down.
All right. And before we get into the rolling for the perceptions for the checks, or perception checks, there we go, for watches, Ruin, looking at the book and falling asleep. Everything fades to black. And then everything unfades. And there's this big bonfire with this huge burly man sitting at the front. And he's telling stories. Would you like to describe what Ruin's father looks like?
So Gorin, I think is what I had his name as. He's a massive, like Thor from God of War Ragnarok looking like 8 feet tall, like just an absolute massive human being. Big old beard, barrel chested, like the whole thing, but he's like, he could hurt somebody, like, he's got that like ability to, hurt somebody or defend himself, but he's like the nicest person on the planet. Like he loves telling stories more than he likes hitting things.
And the children of the tribe are just sitting around and watching and listening to him tell stories, including yourself. And his face just lights up as he's telling the story of this princess in a tower and how this red dragon just circled it, and how this knight came in, and a Goliath knight specifically, came in and saved the princess. And then all the details of that fight, and how one almost, like, the knight almost went down, but the princess had some kind of healing powers to revive him. And it's so in detail and so beautifully interwoven, and you can almost in the fires see like vivid pictures of the story he's telling, and the kids are oohing and eyeing. And then all of that goes silent as it's almost like he freezes telling his story, and then his face slowly turns to Ruin. Welcome home. and then everything goes black again. As that is Ruin's dream for this evening.
Feel like anybody that was like, the only person awake at the moment is Dahlia. You'd see just like a tear come down inside of Ruin's face, like realizing something, but he's dead asleep.
And Dahlia, roll perception for tonight's watch, as everybody seems to be sleeping very peacefully.
19.
With a 19, everything at the beginning of your watch goes calm, smooth. The night sounds peaceful considering everything you went through this evening. But towards the end of your watch, you see a bright sphere, like the light of someone's sphere, coming closer and closer. Very jagged walking, very urgent walking as they are getting closer, and the scent of whatever you think is your favorite scent hits you.
Does Dahlia recognize that scent?
She recognizes that scent as fox.
It's fox. And so with the Hephthine, she's able to leave and come back out of it.
You can leave and come out of the sphere, but there is a chance something could swoop in without the protection of it.
Swoop in and get me.
Yes, as you're outside the sphere. But the sphere you see is currently walking closer and closer. And you do see a red tiefling with 2 crystals held to the ground, panicking and like looking towards your group.
You're the
and eyes directly to you. You can tell he's extremely bloodied. He looks like he's got a wound in his shoulder. His head's bleeding. Nose is looks like it's broken. As it looks like he is panicking and has been tracking footsteps, trying to figure out if Velfi is alive or not after that message that sounded so much like a goodbye. And he's going to see you.
Stop him just before he gets here. And you are?
Velvi, is she all right? Is she? And he's going to pass out.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I'm going to go out of the circle and spare the dying because I have nothing else left. I'm just drag him in. Velfi. I'm going to be like smacking her. This one wants you. Do you know this one? Velfi?
Does anybody else hear this, or is it like quiet Velfi?
I'm not being quiet at this point.
That's how you all wake up then.
I'm smacking Velfi though. I'm just like, Velfi, this one said he knew you.
Yeah,
Is this one okay?
Yeah. What does he do? How did he get here?
He walking here.
She's going to hover over him, kind of like, is he wearing a mask?
He is not wearing a mask. He is specifically like, give me a perception check.
Can I also look for?
Yes, if anybody wants to.
Like, I mean, this is a
the
woke
scent
up.
Doesn't match
awake.
the face for Dahlia.
18.
Is he actually?
23.
Perception check. I'm gonna see since I have advantage on perception.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just see if that's any better. No, it's fine. 19.
17.
I would say you all see as the way he is laying in his panic, he did not hide his mask and it is tied to the back of his belt. And you see that white porcelain fox mask with the black designs, the black outlines and eyeliner for the eyes. As in his panic, he did not hide it.
So, leaning over onto her, she's going to cast Healing Word at 2nd level.
Okay.
Where is it? Where am I? 8.
8. All right. And with that healing, while he was passed out, you all do still smell what you smelt with Fox. And he's gonna come to, his eyes are gonna widen for just a second as he still lays there. You're all right. You're all right.
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay.
I did not mean to worry you that much. I was scared. I didn't know if I was going to come back and see you again, but I'm fine. I'm here. And you're here. We're here together.
And hearing that, it's almost like the exhaustion just takes over as he's not like dying, but he has passed out. As you get the sense he's probably got like 2-3 points of exhaustion.
Dang.
Because it's almost like he found your group and passed out.
Okay. She's going to, I guess, kind of drag him next to her bedroll if she can. I don't know if she's strong enough.
Dahlia would help you.
Yeah, I'd say I'd get up and help her carry him, and
Yeah, she's gonna
look very intently at that mask.
She's panicking and she's like, "Can you please help me move him?" And
Yeah, I'll unroll my roll and put him on it.
thank you.
And who is he?
This is someone very dear to me. His name is Antir.
All right, good night.
And before Ruin lays back down, he's gonna
go back to her.
He's gonna before Ruin lays back down, he's gonna like kind of point his sword at the mask and be like, "That's something we're gonna have to deal with at some point. You know that, right?" Like towards Velfie.
I knew it already. But we'll figure it out.
Did you know he was a mask?
She could piece it together. She had an inkling. She was kind of like, okay, something matches here.
Yeah.
And this just essentially confirmed it.
And Ruin's gonna lay back down, but is gonna be just like staring directly at basically the mask, like not staring at Andir, not looking at Velfie, just.
Belfie's just kind of like making sure he's in a good position, and she's gonna call Mira back, and just kind of like cuddle up to Andir.
And his breathing is slightly ragged. Again, you would see that whatever this mission he was on, whatever happened previously throughout the day, it has not been a good day. As he is pretty beat up. He's got the black eye, like a busted lip. Like even his like ears are bleeding at one point. Like he's had it rough, whatever he's been doing, as he falls into that slumber and like just ragged breathing.
I don't have anything. But if he dies in the night, I can get him back up. So we're good.
Do you say that?
Dahlia does say that.
Okay, Velfie's gonna look up with like teary eyes. She's gonna say thank you.
Yeah. I'll pop another spare the dying just in case, but probably doesn't need it, but she'll pop another one. There. Now he won't die in the night for sure.
Thank
Is
you.
that comforting? I'm working.
Yes.
I'm trying to comfort people. It's hard. Okay.
You're doing a good job. Thank you.
Okay. Cool. Did Dahlia clock Ruins staring at the mask?
Was Ruin trying to hide it?
No, not right now.
Then yeah.
Wait, she'll wait. Like, she'll see who falls asleep first. If Elfie falls asleep, then she'll ask Ruin.
Yeah, yeah, she's cuddled up. She's trying to sleep, yeah.
Okay. And then she'll just quietly go over to Ruin. It's like, you all right?
Yeah.
That's believable.
Things I can't really discuss given your current circumstances. Because
right.
if that gets back to but that might happen sooner rather than later, so we'll see when we get there.
Woo.
And
Yeah.
I will say Dahlia knows a lot about the masks.
Can she gather that Ignatius knows who the masks are without their masks?
Ignatius knows who they all are.
Okay. Oof. All right. Well, good night. Sleep well.
Alrighty. And with that, is there anything else you'd like to do before Friedrich takes watch?
I kind of want to talk to Scholar
Okay.
a little bit. Do you know anything about who that cleric was and what happened to her? Who is Necrosis?
This is a lot to take in. I knew who she was, but I was not expecting to watch her die like that.
Who was she?
She was my friend. One of the ones.
And you hear him choke up a bit.
She was one of the first ones that they experimented on.
Who's they?
But-
The high table?
The high table's in charge of it, but there's a whole division based off of that. I believe she was your grandmother.
Okay.
Don't know much on the Crucix. He's not a god that I followed. What? Do you know that he is the god of death? Which sounds...
Did you see my vision?
I did not.
I saw a hooded skeleton when I touched the medallion.
I've never experienced anything like that. I don't know
Okay.
what that means, but that is the description, or at least from what I've been able to find out of what the Cursix looks like. He's not very welcomed in our world. But I do not think he is necessarily bad. But I do not know much more than that.
Okay. Well, thank you.
And you get the sense from how he's talking, he's a little shook up.
Okay. She'll just think a lot. And then wake Professor when it is time. Good morning.
Morning already.
Almost.
How did it go?
Did you wake up when we had our guest?
I don't think even I would have been able to sleep through that. So yeah, we'll assume
Okay.
I know all
Okay,
of
then
that.
she won't go into that.
Beyond that, the most
It was-
exciting thing.
It was good. It was fine. Talked with scholar guy. So yeah, good night. Should go to bed.
Wait, I have questions.
Okay. Yep. What? When there's a long enough pause, she's out.
Hmm.
I have. Oh,
I'm just gonna hear that and just hold on to it because I don't think
okay.
I don't think Dahlia's mentioned Scholar's name to Friedrich. Has
Mm-mm.
she? No. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna hear
Okay.
it. and
Well,
hang
good
on.
night.
Good night.
She's out.
Scholar. I'm a scholar. I didn't talk to her.
I talked to scholars.
Okay. I'm gonna ponder on that. And I guess watch the forest.
Alrighty, give me a perception check for your watch.
Could I, before I go to bed, could I
Mhm.
guide him and
Yeah.
then go to bed? Okay, guidance, boop you, then I go to bed.
You have to fall asleep within 1 minute. That's how much time I
Yep.
get.
She can't.
Guidance. Okay. Guidance. Come on. Not bad, actually. 20, dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, nothing out of the ordinary stands out for this watch. You see Velfie cuddled up with Antir, and Antir taking in these ragged breaths as they're slowly starting to even out. He's not going to die in the night, but you definitely see that mask on the back, and you see his 2 crystals on the ground outside of your circle. But everything seems quiet. But you feel like the ghost of a hand rest on your shoulder, and it just squeezes and lets go.
In a comforting way? Or
Very
how would I
comforting
interpret
way.
that?
Almost like after the conversation you had in the cave. Like maybe somebody from beyond is reaching out to give you a little bit of closure.
Okay.
But nothing else stands out. As night passes and morning comes, Antir is still passed out. What would you like to do?
Can I see any obvious wounds on him, or does he just actually look just dead tired?
Dead tired, but you all saw the wounds from yesterday. Seem like they have started to close.
Ugh. I guess I will go ahead and wake the gang.
Morning.
yay! Long rest button.
I'm assuming we have all of our mounts with us there. Okay.
Yeah,
Just
you
make
have all
sure.
your mounts.
I'll scratch Beatrice behind the ears.
He just
Stop you.
leans into it.
Does he
The
need
f-
healing? More of it?
The first thing Velfie's gonna do is like check him over and like see if he's like gonna wake up.
When she starts checking him over, and kind of like trying to see if he'll wake up. His eyes do flutter open and they're that pretty ruby red. And as he opens his eyes, I think I missed something. But this is nice. And he just slowly starts to close his eyes again. And then he, like, his eyes widen and he shoots up and he sits there and you can see like embarrassment like kind of come over his eyes and then like panic as he is now staring at all of you.
Dahlia's gonna watch very carefully to see if there's any recognition from him.
When he glances over the party, he knows Friedrich, he knows Ruin, and then when he looks at you, those eyes get a little bit wider as he knows exactly who you are.
Good morning.
Well, top of the morning to you. How is everybody? Hi. Hi. And he's got like this devilish grin on now, but you can tell he's nervous.
Velfie is gonna say, You gave me the biggest fright.
And he's going to turn back at you and almost like completely forgets everything else. Well, you gave me the biggest. That was a goodbye message, like I'm gonna die message. That was very unnerving. It was very so you gave me a very, very big fright as well. And he's gonna kind of like notice everybody else is around again. Kind of like bite his lip for a second.
Dahlia's just drinking her coffee, watching it like a tennis match.
So I think my feelings are valid.
All Ruin's gonna say, like, hearing this conversation go on is better a goodbye than nothing at all.
In our line of work, that's better than most get.
Well, I'd prefer not to have to lose. And he just kind of trails off as he looks at Velfie just to make sure like she's okay.
She's gonna grab his hand and say, I'm here.
Don't want anybody dying, right? It's not good. It's not good for anybody. And he's gonna like squeeze.
Yes, death is bad.
It's not fun.
I'm gonna walk over next to Dahlia and sit down with my cup of coffee. Just be like,
That is bad.
I was this awkward when I was talking to Selin, wasn't I?
I don't know. The rock was pretty smooth. It was pretty smooth.
Yeah, it was. Oh, wait. Oh, that. Yeah. It's funny seeing it from the other side.
Well, you are all right. That's good.
How did you even find me?
I asked the Order what mission your circle was sent on, and was there as soon as I could. There was lots of blood splashes on the ground, and I didn't see any bodies and
Frederick's and Ruins. Yeah, that's ours.
Ours, yeah.
I did go down as well.
That's right.
panic.
Yeah.
Crosses his face hearing that.
We're fine though.
We're
I
fine.
mean,
We had a cleric
I'm here. I'm back up.
who also got knocked down. It was great. We had fun. We didn't have fun.
We did not have fun.
No one's taken the cleric beast out in many years, so when I saw that, I panicked and I followed your footsteps here.
This isn't the first one.
How? Yeah.
Well, you've seen the bodies in the cave, correct?
Yes.
I think he means this isn't the first group that came to.
Has there
find the
been
cleric.
previous cleric beasts besides this one?
As far as I know, this is the only cleric beast that we have had to deal with.
Do you know how it came to be? And she's gonna watch him so carefully. She's like,
I think I'm gonna watch him
Insight check.
too.
Okay.
mm-hmm.
Roll me insight.
Also, can I ask, was that like a slip of the tongue,
Oh,
or is
the
this
nat
just kinda
20.
hiding?
Was what?
You said no one's killed a cleric beast in a long time.
That was actually a slip of the tongue. No one
Okay,
has
I still
killed
want
the
insight.
cleric beast. All right.
Wait, so
5.
we're all inciting? We can all do it?
Nat 20.
Or is it just...
You can,
Left.
yeah, you can all insight as well.
Just got an 11.
I got a
Um,
natty 20, so 26.
He rolled a nat 1.
Oh,
Oh,
he's very
Reading him
stressed
like
right
a
now.
book.
He's very
Poor
stressed
guy.
right now.
Very stressed.
For a
well, my
total
14
of...
is better than.
Actually, you wouldn't know. His total, even with a nat 1, is a 15.
Wow.
Hey,
Ooh, so
boy.
he's a charismatic motherfucker.
He's
Or a
very
shifty
charismatic.
motherfucker.
He's Fox for a
Velfy.
reason.
What kind of company are you keeping here, Velfy?
The cute kind.
I'm assuming, like all the other beasts, bit turned. And you get the sense with a natty 20, there is a twitch of the eye that he does know how this was created.
She'll just kind of like give kind of almost a creepy little smile. Just like,
What are your intentions
That-
behind the creepy smile? I'm
I
gonna
want him
roll.
to break more. I almost want him to.
That I know you're lying, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. It's like, I know how this happens. She doesn't say it, but she's just like, oh, we know.
You're gonna hear in your head, "Don't involve her, please."
Then just tell me.
Roll me persuasion.
Oh. Okay. It's not the worst stat. Oh, 11.
He still rolled worse, so I haven't been there for it, but they inject those that join, and you are on the path to being a mask. You know they sell their soul in order to join. It's the reason they haven't let me get further. Even though... And he's just gonna kind of trail off.
You want that? You want to be one of them?
I want to make Sydonea better. And I want there to be a better place for my mom.
Noble.
And with that, Natty, with the insight too, you know he's not lying about that.
Mm. She'll just stand up, leave the bubble with friend, just start just like grooming him, rubbing him, and just getting ready away from everyone.
Yes.
Was that last exchange via message,
Yeah,
like
that was
in heads?
that was in head.
He is, and Dolly would know this, he's a telepathic.
So we just see him like staring at each other.
Huh.
We're like,
He would probably, since he is sly, be looking around like he's not talking to anybody and just kind of like fiddling with his stuff and So if you would like to see if like there's some kind of interaction, like maybe a eye dart or something,
See, Velfie would be watching him carefully.
roll at advantage.
Whoa, that's
6.
Off the oh god.
I didn't roll
Oh,
advantage. I'm not in love with him.
What are we rolling? Is it
Insight or perception.
Insight.
Perception.
Insight.
Either one.
Yeah,
Wanna-
I got a 7.
I feel like
so-
I mean that's a dirty 20 for Ruin.
29. So he looks like he is
Okay.
just minding his own
Jesus.
business, looking around, fiddling with like a ration bar. So only Dahlia knows about that conversation. Well, I should probably be heading home.
You want to travel with us? Do you have a mount? You can use my mount.
You guys can mount it together.
We can double mount.
I typically travel on foot. I've found that traveling with just yourself is a little bit quieter, but if you would like me to travel with you, I don't mind.
I would prefer to have you with me.
He's gonna give like this like side, like not a smirk, but it's like a side smile type thing. Like the smile for him doesn't go all the way up. It's just one of those little smile or side smiles that he does.
Mhm.
Yeah, that would be nice. That'd be and of course that's if you all are okay with me.
Velfie's
Yeah.
gonna give like a death stare.
Like I don't think Ruin's really taken the like just keeps like looking up and is like constantly just kind of going back to looking at the fact that he's got that mask.
Roll me stealth if you're trying to be
Oh,
stealthy
I'm not
about
being
it.
sneaky about. You can see the like he could see the.
It's like the pet that's asking for a treat, the eye contact to the treat, the eye contact to the treat. That kind of deal.
He's going to notice that you're doing that. And you're going to see him very quickly stick it into like a pants pocket that almost acts like a bag of holding. And if anybody would like to try to see if that is happening, you are more than welcome to.
Perception.
Mm-hmm. Yep, perception.
Natural 20 for a 22.
So everybody would see that. Maybe, Ruin, you want to see if you see him slip it? Like maybe.
Is that's perception?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna see if that's higher than. That's a 16.
Okay. And what was Dahlia's? Or is Dahlia?
Dahlia's outside of the bubble.
Okay. So Friedrich is the only one that sees that, but he does you said you had a nat 20? Yeah, so Friedrich is the only one that sees that as he puts his mask into a pocket and it almost disappears. But he's going to look at Ruin. And you hear in your head, don't bring her into this. Keep that to yourself. As you know what the masks are.
I'm not going to respond, but I'm just.
Well, anything else are we doing this morning, or are we on our way?
I think we should get you back.
Yeah, I am very tired. I'm very tired.
Yeah, why don't you take Straya and I can walk?
No, I'm not doing that. A princess deserves her mount. I'm not taking that. I will happily guide you in the right direction, though. As he, kind of bends over and holds, like, a hand out to help get Belfi onto Straya.
She'll take it begrudgingly.
Talia will hand the reins to friend to Andir, smack him on the shoulder, and then just start walking.
Oh, he's just gonna look at your elk very terrified, like.
Oh,
He's just like chewing its cud, just staring.
He's just holding the reins, like
intimidating elk.
very wide-eyed. He's gonna very quickly give them back. That's okay. I am fine walking.
I'm not picking your ass off the ground and spending
okay.
a spell slot on you later.
You don't have to. I
Get your
felt
ass
I'm here,
worse.
ride the damn elk.
I have felt worse. Roll me persuasion
Or intimidation.
or intimidation. That works too.
Can I give her the help action?
Both are the same.
If you would like.
Yes, I would love to give her the help action.
So advantage.
Yes, advantage.
17.
He's not very wisdomous.
Get on the damn elk.
Okay.
I'm not wasting spell slots on you when you are perfectly capable to be fine.
He's gonna look at Professor Friedrich and Velfi. Velfi first, of course. Is this safe? And he's gonna look at Friedrich. If I get hurt by this thing, I am telling my mother.
If you get hurt, I will tell your mother myself.
I think as Ruin's walking over, like intentionally walks past on here over to Lucky and is like, "You need help up, princess?" And walks over to.
Yes,
Don't
I would
be
very much
mean.
like some help. Thank you. Treat me like a queen.
I'm gonna throw him up onto
No.
the.
All right, I gotta make sure he can actually land. All right, he does
Sorry,
with a
Velvet.
27. He lands very elegantly. As he's managed to
Ma'am?
swing a leg over, and he's just sitting very nervously on friend.
I'll pick up his 2 stones, shove them at him, pick up my stone, heptine.
Oh yeah.
I'll
Can I get off
blaze
my
the
horse and go
trail.
grab my crystal
Oh, yeah,
real
have
quick?
fun.
Okay, I'll grab your crystal. You hang out with your prince or princess or whatever he is today. And
Thanks.
In Belfi's head, do I really give off a princess vibe? I thought I was more regal than that.
Princesses are still regal.
You are so regal. Because you are a princess, but I, and he just kind of as he
Prettiest
just kind of
princess.
feels like, and you see him go even redder than what he is. And he's going to talk to her again in her head. All right, I will be a pretty princess.
I hand Velfi her crystal and go over to Lucky
Thank you, Ruin.
and just say we earned that name today.
Princess?
And pet him and give him. No, I'm telling Lucky that we earned the name Lucky today, and I give him a schnickelbum and.
And Lucky does that happy snort with the schnickelbum, and he doesn't quite know how to eat them yet, so he's just drooling and juice is just going everywhere.
Yeah. That's fine. I don't know how to eat them yet either, buddy.
Am I the only one that knows how to eat a schnickelbum?
Know how to drink them.
Yeah.
Oh.
And with that, you all are saddled up and ready to go home, and you have a new companion with you for the ride's journey for the 2.5 days it'll take you to get home. You have all earned a level up. And that is where we will end
Go.
tonight's session.
Happy
go.
ending. Wow.
Happy.
Yeah.
like
We
it.
we didn't
cherish it
we didn't
forever.
end with existential crises. I mean, there's a
Not this
there's a
time.
crisis,
There's a
but that can
crisis.
wait.
Yeah. Level up.
And sorry
That's
for
fine.
bullying on Tier.
Y'all are
Down the
so
fucking
mean.
elk, or we're gonna
I'm
have a
not.
problem.
I wouldn't have been mean, but finding out that he's a mask.
Yeah, that kind of scares Dolly
Change
a
and
little bit, so
change
she's like covering
things.
up in aggression.
Thank you so much for watching Session 16 of the Order of Narvosc. Session 17 will be out on April 10th. Do make sure to check the description below to check out our wonderful players' social media accounts. They are wonderful and they deserve your support. If you are interested in any Narvosc merch, also check the description below for a link to our shop. And if this is the kind of content you enjoy, please press that like button, subscribe, ring that bell, that way you get notified when Session 17 comes out. And as always, be the light that drives out the shadow adventurer. I'll see you later.